which one is the bald-headed guy from the Midday Show?
That would be Skin. Why?
Trey, he's in Gavin's office. Go in there and ask him if you can talk to him in the hall for a second. Bring him in here. Where's the clown mask?
There's one there.
Where's the demonic one?
Over your right. Okay.
Here's
Skin.
Stimpy.
Skin. Hello?
Take that clown mask. Go in there and get Gavin.
Okay.
Welcome to the station.
Oh, that's a nice fit.
It's
Cute.
the mask is still bald, so there's no change.
Okay, robot.
All right.
They have reaching across the...
Run it, Dahmer, right. You're a dick.
Nice job.
Thank you. Thank you all. What a dick.
You give him no heads up at all, the Gavin freaks.
Well, I'm sure they've...
Well, I don't know.
Maybe everybody thinks it's a bit.
Yeah.
I think most people have heard it by now.
But it's hard to believe how much he freaks. It really is until you see it.
I'm sure Gavin's going to be most displeased that his midday show is now
Turned on him, yeah. And at least I have them as pals. They never do anything to me.
Gavin,
What?
what are you doing?
Trying to work.
Was that an important meeting with Stippy?
Yeah?
All right.
Going over our plans for their L.A. trip.
Why are they going to L.A.?
They are interviewing people for NBC has premieres. So they're flying out there to interview a lot of the new shows.
Do I need to ask, or you got to tell me why I'm not going?
Because you don't do remotes outside of the studio.
For certain instances, I have.
You don't want to interview Christian Slater or
Why not?
people from The Office or anything like that.
I don't watch The Office, but I know who. Why is Christian Slater doing interviews?
He's got a
new
brand new
series.
NBC show.
What is it?
I'm not sure of the name, but it's actually a really good concept where he's kind of
my own worst enemy.
yeah, where he's a regular guy, but then the government basically has implanted him with something where he turns and he's like an assassin.
How long are they going to be out there?
They're coming back Friday night and they leave. They're going to the airport right now, so Wednesday to Friday.
That's too long. I'll miss them.
I can pass that along.
Oh, I'll tell them when we go out. So why is it I'm not going to L.A.?
You never want to do anything.
What is this?
It's up to the meat of it. I want to go.
He loves L.A.
No.
He loves L.A.
No.
We went out, when JD and I were doing the TV show, I think we went out there 3 or 4 different times.
At least.
You went out there to see Professor, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we did. And when we did the TV show, we went out and shot on the set of Entertainment Tonight. Lisa Gibbons is hot up, even up close.
What if that's still the case? Somebody, was she 50 now?
That was 93 that we
Yeah.
shot that.
She was.
She's still got to be hot. Look at us.
Okay, bad question.
All right, who snorted?
Was it me?
Damn. I know, it wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
I bet it
Daniel,
was you.
I believe me.
I got loogies.
I want to go to L.A.
No.
I love L.A.
Yeah.
No. It's really a cool concept. It's going to be great. It's red carpet. They get to interview a lot of stars. And
Is it only going on during their time slot?
no, it's a night event.
So they're going to tape it.
Yeah.
I could have taped it. I love to tape shows.
Oh, God. Why?
You didn't even ask.
Because you'd never go. When I first came here, you said, hey, I just want to let you know one thing. I don't do remotes. So I've stuck to that 5 years later.
I've said depending on the incident, I'd go. You shafted me out of the Grammys, and now I can't go to L.A. Love L.A.
No, you don't. You just do this to terrorize me. You have no interest.
Not everything I do to you has terroristic intent. By the way, did you look at the backside of the door in your office?
No.
Go close your door.
What's back there?
I don't know.
What's back there?
Close the door, find out. Or don't close it. You know what? Just let it stay there.
Russ, what's back there?
Backside of the door. That's where they put them.
Are you going to tell me?
No. Why are you swinging around your computer pad?
Because if something comes out and gets me, I need to swing at it.
We can tell if the door's flush. Nothing's there.
Big poster of a clown says, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, my God. The door's going to stop it, Gavin.
God!
We have another surprise for you later in the day.
No!
About what time?
About 4:30.
Yeah.
What's happening?
You'll enjoy it.
No more surprises.
And aren't we close to your anniversary here at the station?
Yeah, it's 13 days away.
All right. This is the ramp up.
No.
Congratulations.
No.
5 years?
No. Yes, it is 5 years, but no, we're not doing anything.
Something very nice.
No, it's not.
Well, a lot of people would like it. A lot of people would like this.
If a real clown shows up, I am going to be so livid.
Hey, at least you remember Gavin's anniversary.
Yeah. People are important to me.
Not right in the mic tray.
Are you excited?
No.
We've got a lot of things planned leading up to your anniversary.
No. There'll be no real clowns. There'll be nothing.
You're going to have a lot of disappointed people.
It's huge. It's going to be fun.
What about donkeys? Are you afraid of them?
Donkeys?
Yeah.
I like donkeys. They're cool.
Okay. What if they're dressed like a clown?
No clowns. That's not fair.
Okay.
If you were scared of heights, I wouldn't take you on top of a building.
Well, that's pretty stupid, because I know where we were going.
In this building, what could possibly happen?
I'm going to go up to the top, look over the edge. Ha-ha!
Hard to surprise somebody with a skyscraper.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for screwing me around again on a trip.
How did I did not, first of all...
Because you didn't ask.
You wouldn't go...
Thank you.
Actually, you're the dick.
Chloe, you say that?
Yes.
Why?
For coming in the office again and doing the whole clown thing. And you do it right when I'm in the middle of an email trying to think what I want to type and all that stuff. You come in at the worst moment.
Today's was the best.
Was it good?
Oh, Jesus.
I'm sure you have it.
And you think...
I've got a front row seat.
And you think I would know... okay, he's going to come here and do this again. So in my mind, I was like, I'm going to just be ready for it today. I'm going to be ready for it today.
You can't be ready for it.
No, I wasn't. And he comes in and he takes the chair, rattles it, and then pokes me in the side, and he comes around with a clown mask on.
We have audio?
Yes.
We have music?
Yeah.
Start the show.
Everett, you want to hear the previous times I went in there?
I'd love to.
Because Chloe also has the same phobia with clowns. Not as bad as Gavin's,
Really? I didn't know that.
but if you sneak up on him, it's got more of an effect.
Excellent.
Let's see. Chloe, clown scare.
And it's easier on Chloe because his back's to the door.
Well, yeah,
Gavin
couldn't
sees
see
you
it.
coming from 10, 15 feet. Chloe doesn't.
And you wanted the music?
Yes, please.
All right. see. The one with Chloe and Alfie, that wasn't that good, was it?
I liked it.
All right.
Get a whole different octave out of Alfie.
Well, the first noise was the air horn. That wasn't Alfie.
Oh, he can scream at that volume.
All right, here's the one from today.
Okay.
It starts with me, actually. You can hear the audio of me putting the mask on.
All right.
Ready?
Please. Did he hit you?
No. Dude, I swear.
He turns his computer over.
I think I speak for Gavin as well. One of these days we're going to get hurt because if there wasn't a cord on that keyboard, you would have gotten smacked with it. Because I picked it up and like it all of a sudden the cord ran out and they pulled me back into it.
I was wondering why he grabbed the keyboard.
I had no idea it was a Looney Tunes keyboard.
Well, that makes sense because he went in one direction and then he jumped back.
It's a problem that everybody's getting hurt doing this, man. We should stop.
It's a clown mask. It ain't a BB gun.
I got hit hard.
Gavin did that.
Well, so did Joy. Shut up. Not funny.
Who hit you harder?
Joy?
Can we hear that?
No.
Please.
We've heard it.
I haven't heard it.
You haven't heard it ever?
No.
Let's see. JD calls Alfie a fat effer. JD calls Stacy a fat N-word.
Don't say that.
All right. And then we'll
Let's don't play.
Oh, Stacy said that one.
Yeah.
All right, that one's okay then.
Thank you.
Scared me.
Fat nigger.
I've never said that.
Yes,
to
you did.
No.
Yes, you did.
Just because you are a fat nigger doesn't mean I'm calling you that.
Stacy, let him go. Stacy.
He pushed me.
All right. Here's the clown mask where JD goes after Joy in the hall.
I'll play this. It's hard. In all of our years,
That one was deserved.
why was that deserved? She knew it was me. She could have pulled a punch. She could have made the same point and now hit me hard. I mean, that's when your vision blurs hard.
Yeah, she did it like 5 or 6 times.
But yeah, it wasn't like just a smack in the head cut it out. It was multiple times.
Yeah, she was throwing haymakers.
She did after I got the mask off, so I don't think that one counts.
Well, she didn't want you to do it again.
Clearly, I won't. Did it this weekend.
I never got a chance. I don't know if I'm going to blow all my audio all at once. Because Trey brought it up at the end of the show yesterday. I didn't get a chance to play the tapes of me calling him at the funeral.
Oh. Gonna do it now? It's kind of early.
About one.
Okay, you have several? Okay, yeah. Give us one.
So who you calling at the funeral?
Trey had to go to a service on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
Something very serious, very,
We know what a funeral is. Thank you, John.
Close to his heart. I know, but you can't leave people alone when they have personal issues in life. You just can't leave the people alone.
So a funeral is a sacred event.
The funeral portion of it is a completely sacred event.
What about the procession?
Is that afterwards?
Yeah, most people do.
Okay. Afterwards, depends on what's happening at that moment, whether you're bored or not. But a funeral, when you're in
So
there...
getting whacked off is part of a funeral procession.
We were not in the... Nothing was moving at the time.
Most processions, just go ahead and get a police escort. You got to hang your business out.
We were bored, and we're waiting for everybody to move in the procession.
Well, why don't you each talk about Brumley? And the impact he had on
I'd
us.
cried. I'd been inside. We went through the whole service.
You were on your way to bury him.
Yeah.
What, were you out of tears and the only thing you had left was sperm?
No.
My penis is crying for Albert.
Just had
He'd be touched.
If you sperm, I think Al would approve.
I'm so sad I'm horny.
Well, just caught up in the moment.
Depression makes my penis erect. Touch it, spouse.
It was your fault for walking up. My truck is built so people can't see in it.
You had vodka. I was coming over there to get some. I was depressed because Al died.
I was depressed because of Al died.
I didn't expect to come up and see some hand puppet show. And Joey's hand moving like a hummingbird.
I was very depressed, too. Sad for Al. Miss him, still. What?
You go out to his gravesite?
Not yet.
We all right, Chloe? Yes. Okay. You know, if I start playing one, I'm going to play them all.
No, so hold off then. Can you wait?
No.
All right. I didn't think you were going to wait anyway.
But then we're not going to have anything else to do for the rest of the day.
Oh, we have things coming. Yeah, we do.
All right. Here's the first one. What are you doing? Is that funny in stereo?
Yeah. I don't know why.
No?
At a funeral.
How's it going?
Scream at him, Trey.
He gets there.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
On this one?
On the next one.
Okay.
They're all short. I'll play them now and I'll play them again later.
Okay.
Really, Trey, this is your fault. Phone's on. And you keep answering it.
Because I don't expect...
You knew after the first time there was going to be no good to be had.
For some reason, I occasionally give you the benefit of the doubt, and
I don't work on it.
You felt wrong, dude.
yeah. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Thank God, I'm doing last time. I'm at a funeral.
Hey, go poke the body, see if it's dead.
He just hung up on you.
Yeah, he's not a big chatter.
I couldn't hear it. Rude. Hang up on it.
Yeah, I called to check on you,
Sure,
see how you're
bud.
feeling. I know it's a day of remorse.
Yeah, I can tell.
Actually, remorse is if you killed him.
Oh.
Did you kill him?
No.
All right. What are you doing?
Funeral, motherfucker. You calling me?
Hey, go pull up one of their eyelids and see if they're looking at you.
You're a asshole.
So how far apart were these calls?
6-7 minutes.
Okay. Well, yeah, this is absolutely Trey's fault then.
Oh, shut up, Everett.
Well, it's true. You left your phone on your answer. It's not like they were spaced widely apart. You knew
I'm
it
not
was just-
JD. I will smack the crap out
Well,
of you.
hey, calm down. No reason to punish me for your own embarrassment.
What kind of phone call were you expecting that would be that important to leave it on during a funeral service or gravesite, wherever the hell you were? I forgot to ask.
Well, let me get next time.
Yes?
I never turned my phone off. Now, I should have left it in the car, but I didn't. I had it on me.
Why do you keep answering it?
Well, the first couple times I was answering it, I wasn't really looking at the caller ID.
Oh.
The third, I probably just because you now just really were pissing me off.
Neato. Here's the last one. I should mono this out. Is it hard to understand him?
Not for me.
All right.
Are you f***ing learning impaired?
No, I need to ask you something.
What?
What are you doing?
You f***ing ass. What the f*** is your problem, man? I'm at a funeral. This is some family. God.
Go.
Retard.
Go stick your head in the casket, lean in, and then go, what? I never asked. Did you do it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that would have broken the tension.
People are always antsy at a funeral. Need something to spiff it up. Stick your head in the casket. Go.
What? Yeah, they're still here. I don't know. Probably crackers and cold cuts. And then run away from the casket screaming, zombie.
We deflect attention away from the corpse.
Why do you eat? What? Piss in the casket. It's yours.
You need help.
Was it, what was it, your second cousin?
Yeah.
Were you sad?
It was one of those things that...
You were expected to be there?
Well...
You weren't too concerned. You took your phone.
It was not a sudden deal. So
you're okay if people ramp up to death?
When they're in a lot of pain and suffering, yes.
All right.
I never wanted...
Back in the casket. Uh-huh.
What? I'll TiVo it.
We'll be back.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
What? Spread is 6.5.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Break it down.
You said, Daniel?
Yep.
All right, good. You gutless yellow turd.
All right, Potty Slinger. Right now, traffic is brought to us by Redbox in Garland, the Bush Turnpike eastbound after Levon Drive. There's an obstruction in the roadway. There's actually a number of them, and those would be water bottles. Not sure if they're the small ones or the big ones, but keep your eye out for that. In Dallas, I-30 eastbound at Cocker Hill Road, there's a grass fire. People are slowing down to take a look. And in Fort Worth, Bryant Urban Road, southbound at I-30, there's an accident reported there. There's your first check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thanks, Dan. All right, 59 for the low tonight. Pretty much mid-80s the rest of the week. Some sunshine mixed with clouds. 79 now at Live 105.3.
Everett, we talked about this yesterday. Have you watched any of the OJ trial?
Yeah, sure.
Why is it they're focusing on who owned the memorabilia? Because right now, to me, it sounds like a civil trial, and they're just trying to decide who gets what.
Well, I think it's the defense's best argument, because I don't think anyone could argue that O.J. didn't go into the room, and whether he had a gun or not. I mean, under one scenario, it's armed robbery. Under the other, it's just plain robbery. He went in and...
Well, I got it, but why are they trying to... Let's say everything belonged to O.J.
Well, you still...
And he could prove it. Why? It sounds like where the defense is going.
Well, you're right, and it would be a civil matter, and that's the point. That doesn't exonerate O.J. under the law, because regardless of whether you claim something's yours or not, the remedy isn't to go in somewhere.
He ain't answering my question, is he?
Yes, I am. You can't go in and strong-arm folks.
I understand that.
Even if it's your own stuff.
Why are they focusing on that when it's not pertinent?
Because that's all they have. It's more of a jury nullification argument, not so much that I didn't break the law, but the argument is, even though I broke the law, it shouldn't be applied to me in this instance because I was just trying to recover my own stuff.
Would it help O.J. at all with a jury, the fact that he only took the things that he claimed were his? He didn't go in and just absolutely clear the place out. He just went for selected items.
Well, I think it still makes it a robbery or an armed robbery, but it goes in favor of the jury nullification thing where, again, jurors, I just went in to get my own stuff. And how do we know this? Because I left some of the stuff behind. I only took what was mine. So you should acquit me even though everybody knows I broke the law.
Jury nullification, you mean them finding him innocent?
Finding him innocent not because they don't think he broke the law, but rather because they believe that under these facts, the law shouldn't apply to him, even though he broke it.
Why are you saying nullification then?
That's just the term for that phenomenon.
Okay.
Well, that's what it's called because, clearly it's kind of like
them finding him innocent wouldn't be the same thing.
No. Because when you're talking about a garden variety acquittal, you're saying, or the jury's typically saying, we find that the prosecution did not meet its burden of proving the case beyond a reasonable doubt. When you're talking about a jury nullification acquittal, the jury's saying, even though the state proved its case beyond a reasonable doubt.
I got it. We're going to let him go because it was his stuff, and we felt like there was some type of justification.
Right. Even though under the law it's not justified.
So the charges are then null and void.
Well, yeah, it's an acquittal regardless.
Well, he's got 12 counts floating over his head right now.
Well, yeah, and that's, a problem. That and the cumulative nature of the witnesses, he's going to have a lot of people that have rolled over on him and have already pled guilty to.
And that obviously, the prosecutor thinks it's going to carry weight with the jury, but the fact that you got 4 guys that rolled over on him, they're all thugs.
Yeah.
Is that obviously in real life, is that going to carry any weight with the jury?
Well, I think it depends on how credible the witnesses come across and not only how they present themselves, but how consistent all of their stories are with each other. Because I don't know about Las Vegas, or Nevada rather, but I know in Texas there is a rule of procedure that either side can urge in which you're allowed to exclude from the courtroom any witness who is not presently testifying. So that, for example, if you're a witness and there's somebody on the stand, you can't listen to their testimony and then use that as a basis for your own. So if they're testifying to inconsistent sorts of things.
But they have ways of contacting each other.
Well, that's true. But,
if because they're out in the courtroom doesn't mean they can't get together. Here's the script. No ad-libbing. We're going to hide a teleprompter in the back. Read it.
Well, they're small details, though, that you're not going to think to cover everything with 4 guys like that. And, the cross-examination is going to be very extensive in a trial like this. And lies can be ferreted out. Inconsistencies become apparent that you wouldn't necessarily think about if you're plotting together to avoid them.
Especially if the more people you have, if the story holds up the same, the more damning it's going to be.
Right. And also it has to do with how they appear, you know, how you look, how you dress, how you...
They're all thugs.
Well, they are, and that's...
Obviously, O.J. picked them because of their thug nature, because if he really just wanted to go in and get his stuff, he'd have gone by himself and told Framong, said, look, this is my stuff. Let me have it.
Yeah. Give it to
you
him.
took the guys as a show of force, guns or no.
Absolutely. So he's guilty of that, but he'd still get off. Let me ask you this, Albert. Why in the world was life in prison an option? Worst case, you walked in and you stole some stuff.
Well, you know, if you believe he did it with a gun, the idea is that if you rob someone at gunpoint and they don't do what you say, you're going to shoot them. And it's a very serious crime. And for that reason.
But nobody said he had the gun.
But everyone allegedly was acting at his direction, and he's the only person there that had any motive to recover any of this stuff, even by his
well, those
version
guys
of
still made the decision on their own. Even if O.J. said, I want you guys packing, I don't believe I'll do that because now we're talking about armed robbery.
Yeah, I'll go with you, but I'm not bringing the gun.
Well, even if you follow that line of reasoning, he's still guilty of robbery because they've still gone into a room together with
well,
the
yeah, I don't see him getting off on the robbery, but it's just irritating that the guys that had the guns, those are the ones that have worked out a deal with a prosecutor. Now, they didn't get immunity. They just got lesser sentence. They copped out to a lower charge.
They've not been sentenced yet. They pled, I think, to armed robbery or some lesser charge. You're right. But they've just been promised, you know, in exchange for their truthful testimony, consideration of their testimony at a subsequent sentencing hearing.
So this is an incentive for them to do good.
Well, it
on the
is.
stand.
Unquestionably.
Because if we get him, then we got a better shot of working a deal.
You were off.
But, you know, one of the best...
Now, if I was a prosecutor, I'd say, well, obviously, O.J. was guilty. He was convicted. You guys are going with him.
Well, that's not how it works, fortunately. And, you know, one of the best arguments I've ever heard by a prosecutor in a situation where he's got a bunch of jailhouse snitches is, you know, he got up and said, you know, these aren't my friends. These aren't your friends. These are his friends, the defendants, you know.
Yeah, I talked about that. O.J. picked these guys. These are guys that he associates with. He had to know that they were packing.
Sure.
You're around them all the time. But there's also, I believe on the audio, O.J. saying, put the gun down.
Well, and that's going to be something good for the defense, obviously. But at the same time, I think you're right. I find it hard to believe that O.J. planned this incident with these guys, and they sat down and talked about it and decided what they were going to do, and yet he had no knowledge that they were bringing guns. I think that's far-fetched.
I don't get why he thought he was going to be just able to go in and do this, and there'd be no ramifications. Unless he had some relationship with Framong that he thought, all right, he knows he really stole those things. He's not going to call it.
Yeah, I've got more on him than he's got on me, so he's going to shut up and sit on that.
Yeah, he's not going to call the cops. And I think you're probably right. That, and he probably has an enhanced sense of ego.
It's not wrong, dude.
Immunity.
Yes. I like his comment. A couple of weeks ago, he said they were asking him about the trial, OJ, and he said, as always, I put my faith in the jury system.
He's poking your eye right.
Well, criminally, he's right. Simply, they don't like him.
No.
But he was acquitted on some sort of road rage incident in Florida a couple of years ago, too. So he's done well for himself in criminal court.
All right, let me ask this, and then I'll move on. Just the fact that he's got an all-white jury, wouldn't that almost be an automatic appeal just on the
Batson motion?
Yeah.
Well, the Batson motion is...
How did you know about the Batson motion?
He told me during the break.
Oh, okay.
It depends on how this jury was arrived at. If, for example, a number of blacks are stricken by the...
So a jury of your peers doesn't have to apply to color because they always seem to try and have a balanced jury so nobody can go back later and go, dude, there were no black people on the jury.
They had it out for him.
Well, and I think from the original pool was pretty close to the population in terms of racial integration. But, we ended up with whites on the jury. There are a couple of alternates on the jury as well.
A couple of what?
Alternate jurors.
Oh, a couple of black alternates?
Yes.
So the prosecution gets credit by going, we got colors in the wings. They're out on the courthouse steps.
Was that the whole idea about?
You get it?
I understand.
Stop. That's supposed to be some type of limiting their liability because you say, well, we got black people waiting.
Well, that's one thing. The other is, again, it has to do with how they were able to arrive at this particular jury. If the prosecution is striking black people and the defense objects, they can urge what's called a Batson motion, in which they push the burden to the state to...
They're going to do an investigation and see if anybody was stricken just based on race.
Yeah, preponderance of the evidence is
going to take him 40 minutes to
Well, I wanted to articulate the proper standard. You can...
But that's what happens.
More or less.
They go... Is it accurate or not?
Largely.
Which part's wrong?
Well, you didn't articulate the legal standard. It's a preponderance. The burden shifts to the state to show by preponderance of the evidence that they did not strike any of the black jurors for a race-based reason. And if they meet that burden, then the Batson challenge fails.
But they get credit for having a couple of blacks standing by.
I'm sure that will be part of their response to the defendant's appeal if O.J. is in fact convicted.
But they didn't make the A team.
Well, but you never know. Something could happen to some of the whites.
All right. How do you think this is going to play out?
I think O.J.'s in trouble. I mean, I don't think that... Well, you asked me.
214-823.
Yeah. No, I think he's going to be acquitted. You know what? Those are the only two possibilities here.
Well, we know he's in trouble. What do you think they're actually going to nail him on?
I think he's good for the robbery. I don't know.
That one's obvious.
Yeah, and the kidnapping, the way the Nevada statute reads with respect to kidnapping, you don't have to actually see someone and carry them away. You can simply hold them at a singular location and still be guilty of kidnapping. So I think he may be in trouble there as well. And I think the other thing, too, is that because there are so many charges pending...
He's not going to stop.
Well, you asked me a question, then
I'm not talking to you. Just keep going.
He has so many charges pending against him that I think it's entirely possible that even if the jurors give some merit to his argument that he was taking his stuff, that nevertheless, they're going to... maybe reach some sort of compromise verdict in which they convict him on some charges and acquit him on others. But if that happens, he's looking at a bunch of serious felonies. And I think, I have a couple other things I'd like to say, too.
No! So you think at least kidnapping and the robbery?
Yes. Is that what he said? One listen.
We all right, Chloe?
Yes.
All right. Yes, Stacy.
Is it possible to hire a translator to come in on Wednesdays whenever Everett's there?
That's normally what I do.
Please get him to come in next time.
I normally break it down to it's the basic response that you're looking for.
I'm speaking English. I'm not.
No, you're not. Here, I'll clear it up for you. The did it. How's that?
That's even better. I like that one.
Okay. How long do you think this will go? Because if I was sitting on the jury, I'd have hanged myself by now.
We talked about that this week, Everett, how there's another reason Russ should never be on a jury is he couldn't take the repetitive questions and the long hours of listening to people just talk about nothing.
Oh, no, he'd jump up and start throwing stuff out.
Immediately. I'd give it 20 minutes to be like,
yeah.
Shut up! I've heard that question 9 times. He's answered it the same way every time, asking something new. Ask about his mama. And I don't know if Framong, is that the way you say his name?
I think so.
All right. The guy that was actually robbed. I don't know if he's a buffoon or he's actually playing the defense attorney because yesterday or the day before, the defense asked him, in one of your statements, you said that you acquired most of your memorabilia through legal avenues. Where'd you get the rest of the stuff? Well, I would go out and I would meet with athletes and I'd get them to sign something and we either trade or I'd give them cash. That's not what I asked you. Where'd you get the rest of the stuff? Well, sometimes at different conventions, we would all meet and we would exchange, or I'd actually buy them outright. It's all legal. No. The rest of the stuff. And the defense attorney, first of all, Framong never answered the question, and the defense attorney never stopped and rephrased it. All right, let me ask you this way. If you got 85% of your crap legally, where'd you get the other 15%? Why wouldn't he just finally stop and get to that point? Because he could tell Framong ain't answering it.
And I don't know. I mean, the only thing I can think is that maybe it was a strategic decision on his part, knowing that Framong was never going to answer the question, to continually ask it so that it stuck in the jurors' minds, more so than maybe if he asked it and it was immediately answered.
So even possibly if he got everything legally, the defense would just place it in the jury's mind.
Well, yeah, and I think a non-answer is every bit as illustrative as the actual answer, because if he's evasive, the jury picks up on that.
Okay. Yes, Becca.
Oh, I told him he didn't have to put me on the air. I just wanted to talk to Everett and find out the rest of what he was going to say about the verdict and his opinion of it.
Leave your cell number and I'll have him call you. Because I'm not going to sit through it.
I actually have 9 points I'd like to make in that regard.
You just have a judge tell you, shut up, sit down. You, really, seriously, sit down.
You ever have a judge jump your ass?
Oh, sure, everybody does.
What'd you do?
I asked for jury trials on about 6 or 7 different traffic tickets the same day.
And?
He called me a peckerwood.
Are you in Judge Coffey's court?
No.
Judge Harris?
No, some other fellow.
Judge Harris would do it.
Yeah, I'm sure he would.
He would have used something else besides peckerwood.
Yeah. Why couldn't you ask for a jury trial for all the traffic tickets?
Because Judge wanted to go home.
That sounds like Judge Coffey's court.
No, he did. He wasn't a big fan of jury trials.
That's the only time you got chewed?
Oh, no. Heavens, no.
Well, what else did you do?
Well, I don't necessarily do anything. It's
Yes.
No, sometimes judges just have a way of being displeased. That's the most, I guess, glaring example that I could come up with.
Then you got called a peckerwood.
Yeah. Because he felt so bad about it. Every time I go into his court now, he calls me PW. But it's in a joking way. Because
we call it JD, but it ain't the same word.
Oh, I understand. Right. Yeah.
Thanks. Ass.
All right. Ready, Dan?
Sure.
Okay. You never had a judge chew your ass to try when you were trying to use there ain't no speed limits in Texas?
No, absolutely not. Because that is the law. They couldn't chew my ass over that because they would be arguing against the law, which a judge would hopefully never do.
Have you almost gotten thrown out for any reason? Because this trial yesterday,
Everett's leaving something out that he doesn't want to get to.
No. Let's see. I almost got arrested one time for my cell phone going off. Actually, it wasn't. It was just buzzing in my pocket. It didn't actually ring. But there's a particular judge in a location that will remain nameless who has a real thing for that.
All right.
And it was buzzing across the room, and he said, "Counselor, approach the bench." And I'm looking around, and I go up, and he goes, "You know my strict rule on cell phones." And another lawyer came up and sort of saved me because this judge has actually held lawyers in contempt and fined them $100 and
because you forgot to shut your phone off.
Yeah, but that's when it actually rings. Mine didn't even actually ring; it just buzzed in my pocket.
I don't know if you ever told this story. Are we still okay, Chloe? Yeah. The story. I think you were on Preston Road. It was one street where the speed limit had changed.
Oh, Royal Lane. Yeah, that was fun.
Do you know about this one, John?
No.
Everett's actually out jacking with cops.
Well,
Everett?
Well, not really.
Yes, really.
I was just trying to impress a chick.
And?
All right, tell your story.
It's Royal Lane?
Well, yeah, at the time.
How long ago was this?
Oh, it's been, probably 7 or 8 years ago.
All right.
It's been a while. But I was driving with this girl I was going out with, and we were cruising along Royal Lane, and I happened to know that the speed limit zoning on Royal Lane was bad, meaning, I won't go into the particulars, but it just meant that any Royal Lane speeding ticket at this location was going to get thrown out of court, regardless of the facts. And so I knew that, and I was driving along Royal Lane, and there was a cop in front of me, and you know, I was in a group with a bunch of other people. You know how it is. Everybody's going really slowly.
Everyone looks at the chick and says, watch.
Oh, no.
And so I punched it. And I flew by the cop. And well, I did. And
keep going, PW.
He flips on the siren. And I said, look, he's pulling us over. And she goes, no, he's not. She starts freaking out. And she was very impressed. And so then I pulled off on a side street.
I hope you don't flip open the hatch in the back.
I pull over and I start to get out of the car.
Smoke some weed to cover up this smell. It's probably going to smell a body.
And the cop, I can hear him through the bullhorn, put your hands on the steering wheel. You know, he was a little bit nervous.
I've heard that one.
And so he came up and wrote me a ticket, admonished me harshly, and left.
It's just been funny if you'd had a drug dog with him and possibly she'd had a little partner of hers.
No,
that she told you about.
No, that wouldn't have been funny. At least not for her. Of course, I could have posted her bond, maybe.
Hey, here comes a cop. Start reaching in your purse for something.
It's really funny. They love this.
Dig around. Make a lot of quick movements.
It's a buddy of mine.
Come to Peckerwood.
Have you ever been tased?
No, I pull you over. We got time for news?
No.
All right. We'll be back.
be back to the Russ Martin Show. To the Russ Martin Show.
Ask Everett again about your pending ticket, John.
I want to know what's the status of my ticket, because I drive to that town every day, very slowly. But I want to see where I am and what I'm doing.
Ticket?
Don't, Everett, don't. I take this very seriously.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
I don't think so.
Yes, I dropped it off at your office personally. You were on the phone when I dropped it off. Yes.
Was that you?
Okay, so you don't know?
How many tickets you got pending, Everett?
Hundreds.
Yeah. So his is probably okay?
His is fine. We're highly automated. We'll take care of you.
Thank you. I just haven't heard, didn't know.
But he should continue to drive slow through that city.
Oh, yeah. What, with there being a warrant? But, well, the good news is you get credit for all your back time. You get time served within a couple of days. You'd be fine.
Don't make me feel any better. Don't do me a favor.
I'm kidding. You're fine, of course.
Going home through Arlington.
You guys probably be smart.
Of course, those warrants are statewide. You know.
All right. Anything before we get to news?
Yes.
Well, all right. Trey's got more Manning audio that I forgot about, but go ahead.
Somebody want to talk to you about your money situation. Hey, Russ, with all the craziness going on in the banking industry, how are you set up to protect your cash? I asked.
Took it all out.
You're smart with your money. I've heard 3 different people say that the last few days. Should I take my money out and put it in my mattress? No.
Yes.
Because you're smart with your money. I want to know what you did so I can protect mine.
I took all mine out.
You didn't take all your money out of the bank.
You don't know which financial institutions are going to go belly up?
Doesn't matter.
Why?
Well, if up to $100,000 per account, you're FDIC insured. So as long as your bank is an FDIC member, you're covered.
All right. Let's say for some insane reason, I got more than 6 figures in an account.
Okay.
The rest of it's not protected?
Go open up separate accounts.
Well, I don't have to now because I took it all out. They didn't like that.
You didn't take all your money out in cash.
Yeah, I did.
And put it where? Texas Stadium? Where'd you put it?
I don't believe that's something I'm going to reveal.
You didn't take it all out. You know it's in the bank, and you know it's safe.
I don't know that it's safe.
It's up to $100,000 guarantee, right? FDIC?
Whoop-dee.
Well, what do you mean whoop-dee? It never default. That's not a good answer.
Well, the big banks, are fine. Chase, Bank of America, they're doing fine.
All right.
WAMU's
obviously Bank of America's got to be doing pretty well. They just bought
Merrill Lynch
for $50 billion.
Yeah, it's actually cheap.
What did you say about WAMU?
WAMU's they think is going to go on, but
go under.
They think it's going to go under, but they also think there's also other banks that are going to step in and buy it.
All right.
I was actually reading today something about, people worried about their 401ks. With Merrill Lynch, AIG, Lehman's, because so many people's money pensions are tied into those.
They should. I'll pull all mine out.
You pull all your cash
Well, that's
out.
a bad idea.
Why?
Well, if for no other reason, the tax liability that you incur.
Well, but if you lose all of it, then there's no tax liability to consider.
Well, you're not going to lose all of it.
You don't know that?
Well, yeah, but you'll be fine.
It's too late.
That's what he just told me about my ticket. You'll be fine.
Took all my crap out. I feel it's a lot safer sitting with me than it is with somebody that I don't really know.
No, I'm sure the banks are going to be solvent. I just wondered which ones were questionable because I have different accounts. Now, WAMU's questionable. They have my house loan. Should I just stop paying it?
No, they'll still foreclose on you.
Even if they go,
bastards.
Even if they file for bankruptcy? I'm not saying they are, but let's say your lender just went belly up. You still got to pay them?
Absolutely.
They're not paying anybody else.
But they have creditors. They're going to come in and liquidate them, and they're going to go through their books and they're going to say, all right, you're not paying your mortgage. You think They owed us. We want your stuff. So you either pay or you get foreclosed on.
Well, that's not fair.
Well, sure it is.
People that loan me the money not paying anybody.
Well, but their assets get taken over. Or, you know.
I thought when they filed bankruptcy, everything was just out.
No.
No. Yeah, I guess you got to pay.
Got to pay. Yeah, okay, I'll keep doing it.
Maybe you get lucky and find a bank that just goes completely tits up. Are some of those for Everett? Do I want to take one?
One's kind of interesting.
Yes, James.
Hey, how you doing, Russ?
Good.
Hey, quick question for Everett. Well, first, he represented me a while back in a ticket. Never got to thank him.
Oh, you're welcome.
In Dallas. But, hey, what happens if one finds himself, you made a comment earlier that had you got popped by that cop, you would have bonded yourself out. How does one take care of oneself if you don't have a friend to call, family?
How do you bond yourself out?
Well, if you have the cash, or if you're fortunate enough to go to a jail where you can hit up a cash machine, then you can bond yourself out. If not, you sit there until you go in front of the judge, and either, you know, if it's a Class C misdemeanor like a ticket, he can release you to appear if you plead not guilty, or you can plead guilty or no contest and get time served and be released after you've served.
Well, how many people go in for a Class C misdemeanor? How many people actually get hauled in for that?
Quite a few.
For a ticket?
Well, you know, people get a ticket, they let it go to warrant, like JD, and then they end up getting arrested, and then they go to jail. It really depends too, largely on where you are. In the city of Dallas, frequently what the officers will do is they'll issue an additional ticket for failure to appear, rather than spending the time to process you in a jail. But if you get caught in, you know, a smaller municipality outside of Dallas, you're going down.
Okay. So the advice to you, John, is carry cash on you.
I guess.
Yeah, at least $500.
$500?
No, yen.
I don't carry that kind of money. Well, you come get me out. You're falling in there.
I'll be asleep.
What if it's noon?
I'll be busy.
You'll hire you why?
He'll know where to find you. All right, 4:35. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. Wednesday, September 17th.
All right, hang on a second. Trey, do I want to hear this Manning audio now?
Yeah.
What is this sermon about?
It's called his proposal to vote for Obama.
To vote for Obama?
Uh-huh.
I see on your flash drive.
It's in the daily audio file.
I think that's where I am. He'll pray for Obama?
No. Manning proposal to vote for Obama.
So it's a folder?
Yes.
Then it's not a file.
Okay.
Well, that makes a difference if I'm looking for something. I got 16 different flash drives on this. You're going to have to be a little more succinct when you tell me where to go look for something.
My apologies.
Dick. Which one do I want to start with? One?
Start with one.
Is this going to be worth it?
Yes.
Okay.
If Barack can show me that his mama was not a floozy.
Okay. This is a way for Obama to win over Manning.
Yes.
If Barack can show me that his mama was not a floozy.
That's all I need. Just give me a note from your pimp so you're not a whore. You got my vote.
If Barack can show me that his mama was not a floozy and was married when she got knocked up with him, I'll stop talking about it. I won't say another word about it.
What a god deal. I'll ask after I listen to more of this, because the obvious question is, what difference does it make? What does he care? Obama obviously was able to come from a single-parent household and become a presidential candidate. That's pretty good.
One would think.
Especially if your mama was a whore.
As you said, obviously he's not getting any major media, national media attention on this. He's done everything. What is there to do? Obviously, we're doing it out of humor. We're making fun of him.
Just prove to me your mama not a whore. Just one time. Show me something. Get something from a pimp. Say she was no good at the job. Had to let her go.
Failed as a whore.
Say another word about it. And indeed, what I'll do is I'll call up all the major networks.
Yeah, they all take your call.
and asked him for a moment for me to stand before the nation and repent for what I've said about Obama, if indeed he can show me that his mama was not a floozy, was not a witch, and was not trash. I'll ask for major time on news, on prime time, and I'll go before the nation and I'll bitterly repent. I'll do it. I'll stand before the world if you can show it. Now, if you show it, if you can't show it, then shut up. If you can't get him to prove it, if you can't get it shown, shut up. But now, if you can do it, I'll shut up. One of us need to shut up, and I'm not shutting up because I got the goods, I got the proof, I got the signed and sealed documents, and I'm not shutting up. She was trash, and he's a long-legged Mac Daddy.
What signed sealed documents does he have to say Obama's mama was a witch?
I don't know. He's going to call all the networks and they don't know you. Obama's on there every day. How many times have you been on CNN? I mean, none.
People respect me. People go by my word. I'll go on national television and tell them, Obama mama not a witch. I got documentation right here from some Zimbabwe's ride. Say she's not a witch.
I wonder if he did.
Honey Bear wrote a note saying she's not a whore.
I want to hear the next one.
Actually, get a 3.
All right.
And the other thing, he's not going to come and take the time to talk to you about his mama because he can't defend her. He's not going to do it. I'll tell you what you can do. Since all y'all out there think I'm speaking ill against Obama's mama, call him up. Call him up and ask him, can you have a word with him? Because you're tired of me out here saying all these things about his mama, and he hadn't said anything to defend his mama, his grandmama, his daddy, and nobody else. He hadn't said anything to defend it, had lifted his voice in one.
It's not Obama's mama's fault that his daddy ran off.
What else can you say but no?
Wait, he's talking about everybody else. He's defending everybody else. Why don't he defend his mama? Why don't he do that? If he's a sure enough stomp down man. Come on, go ahead and call him. No, I'll tell you what, I'll wait right here. I'll even send you a phone. I'll
The epitome of poetic justice in this situation is if Obama's mama showed up and beat the piss out of him.
What you call me?
Baby, sit down.
I'm gonna snatch your hair out by the roots. Your feet gonna come up through your ears. Call me one right now. Call me a floozy. Sit down. I'm not a whore. Here's my note from Huggy Bear.
Buy you a prepaid cell phone. Call him up. Call him. Call him up and see if he'll come to the phone to talk to you about what Pastor Manning is saying about his mama. See if he'll do it. He's not going to do it because he's not man enough to do it. He's not man enough to face you. He's not man enough to face me.
Why would it have any bearing on his manliness if he doesn't call this guy and try and prove that his mama wasn't a whore?
Again, he's beating every single bush that he possibly can. And give us the number. You big man, give us the number. We'll call it. You got it, Dave.
The next one?
4, yes.
Okay.
He's an emissary of the devil. I am the anointed of the Lord. I've been chosen and called by Almighty God to preach his word, to prophesy his estate. I am the servant of the Lord, and he's the emissary of the devil. He's not going to challenge me. He's not going to come and show his face before me, and he's not going to talk to you, because if he talks to you, he'll have to lie to you. And he knows he's not going to tell you he's going to stand up and defend himself. Not going to do it. He's not going to do it. You know, and I say this to the rest of y'all, don't send me any more emails. Don't send me any more emails. Send Barack some. Say, Barack, that man's out there talking about your mama. I mean, he's all over YouTube. He's everywhere. What you going to do about it, Barack?
And who's screaming at the wind?
Absolutely, this guy has been since the beginning. Does he, Trey, as far as the videos, any left from his church? I mean, actually, where you hear people Yeah. Oh, he does. Okay. This is the only ones I hear, and there's nobody ever. I'm wondering if he.
Most of these are his daily
out.
sermons, his daily tirades, where that's all he's got to do now is just scream at the wind because nobody else is paying attention to him. We are.
Yeah, he's getting just enough feedback where people emailing him. Like, a lot of these are in response to emails. Like, he's getting, can you say that? Why are you, speaking so much bad about Obama? And so now he just has a little platform via the internet to.
He feels like he's been, there's some type of validity in any type of feedback that he gets because even if they don't agree with him. You say yes.
Yes.
Well, just stop nodding. God. Somebody say something. Mm-hmm. Damn! Yeah. Am I done with the audio?
No. 5 and 6. 6 is the crescendo.
All right.
First of all, because the moment he acknowledges me, he gives me power. First of all, yeah, that's just how it is, and everybody knows that. If he ever calls my name, the game is over with. If he ever says that Pastor Manning out there talking about me, the game is over with. At that point in time,
he's just pointed out that he's useless.
Absolutely, and that that's the reason he doesn't pay attention to you.
ABC, NBC, all that news group that I've been talking about gonna want to talk to me, it's over with. So he can't call my name. That's the first thing. Well, that's the second thing. The first thing is...
If you had any valid points, and I don't know why I'm having an argument with audio tape, but if you had any arguments, the national media would have picked up on this, and then they would have done some type of investigation, or ask Obama, is your mama a whore?
I like that Jesse Jackson who just whispered something one day.
Everything I've said about his mama and his daddy and about him is true. And I can prove it. I got documented, proof, signed and sealed proof. Everything I said about that witch is true. And about him as a long-legged Mac Daddy is true.
If you got that, then you go to the media and go, here, I got all of this stuff signed.
Just show it on your website. You don't have to go to the media.
What do you care if Obama actually addresses him?
If it was real, who cares? Okay, his mother was a floozy. So, even better, that he rose to be almost the president. Or the president.
Number 6.
6.
You're sure?
Positive.
How we doing, Claude?
3.
All right. JD, you want to go get the guest ready?
Sure. How far do you want the guests to be ready?
I don't understand.
Where would you like them to be besides where they are? I just want to not go too far.
Let him go in Gavin's office.
Okay.
By the way, there are charges now from the McCain camp. The charges got started in the Hillary camp primary that Obama is a sexist, that he uses sexism and he uses very effectively against women. Well, I got news for you. He is a professional sexist. That's what pimps do. Pimps know how to degrade women. You see how he sent his people out to degrade Sarah Palin and Bristol Palin and Hillary.
All right, I got to stop this. JD's taking the clowns into Gavin's office.
Gosh.
Send them in there. Send in the clowns.
Recording.
Get away! I am so serious! Get away! And they're gonna kill me! Get away! No! Everyone! No! It's got a flame on it!
That's a big fat clown.
Gavin may actually climb the wall.
He is actually. He's up against the side of the wall in his office. They're in there doing little balloon figures.
They got little balloon figures and little balloon swords and little puppy dogs.
Gavin, are you enjoying yourself? They'll be in there for the rest of the afternoon. You're welcome.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. Play at your own risk. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Ready, Daniel?
All set.
You did them.
All right, traffic right now is brought to us again by Redbox and also by Reliant Energy in Richardson. 75 northbound at Spring Valley, there's a disabled vehicle in the left center lane, so you have to obviously go around that. That has everyone backed up to 635. In Colleyville, this one's strange. Highway 26 northbound before you get to Cheeks-Barger Road. An 18-wheeler took out the low-hanging power line, so now those are all over the highway on the right side. You're only getting through in the far left lane. And in Bedford, 183 westbound before Bedford Road, the two right lanes are closed because of a disabled vehicle, and police are on the scene. So keep your eye out for that. There's your check of traffic. I'm Dan O'Malley on the Russ Martin Show.
Thank you, Dan. Down into the 50s again, upper 50s tonight for the overnight low, then into the 80s all week with sunshine. 80 now at Live 105.3.
All right, who are the clowns that we need to plug?
This is Happy the Clown. And
is it really?
Oh, the chick was Happy the Clown.
How long has she been around?
I didn't ask her that. But at least they've been doing this together many years.
I think somebody stole our gig.
And the guy is
Well, hang on if you're going to plug it, do you?
No. Happy the Clown. Very happy with the children. PDB the Clown is the guy, and it's DallasBirthdayClowns.com. Dallas Birthday Clowns.
I watched them go into Gavin's office and the camera. They didn't seem very terrorizing.
Well, they're happy clowns. They're not terrorizing clowns. They're happy clowns.
A lot of times when you have clowns go in, you like them to make a face, especially if they're there to scare a man. Perhaps next time you'll set yourself on fire, running in circles, screaming, my legs, my legs. I can't feel my legs.
Happy.
I listened to that before the start of the show. I'm not going to play it because I don't know how many times it's run on Best Of. Is that really the only thing we've done in 8 years that's worth going back and listening to?
Not at all. Not at all. It's just one of the classics. It's like
we only seem to have one classic.
That's not true. There's a ton of things.
All right, hit me with one.
There's a lot. Just from the other day, the Gumby routine. Somebody wants ever to hear the Gumby bit. And that was just yesterday or Monday.
I had to think about what the bit was leading up to it. Do we have the audio?
Do we still have that?
I have it on my computer. I can pull it for you real quick.
How long would it take?
Just give me a couple of minutes. It's cut up into a couple of different chunks for Week in Review.
All right. Well, I didn't finish listening to the Manning audio. So go back to that.
Let me go get it.
Yes, please.
All right, that's an instant classic.
Well, Dan gets credit for that one.
Dare I ask?
I'll give you the setup when Dan brings the audio in here.
All right.
I wasn't paying attention to anything Manning said because I was watching the clowns come down the hall going into Gavin's office. Okay.
By the way, there are charges now from the McCain camp. The charges got started in the Hillary camp primary that Obama is a sexist. That he uses sexism and he uses very effectively against women. Well, I got news for you. He is a professional sexist. That's what pimps do. Pimps know how to degrade women. You see how he sent his people out to degrade Sarah Palin and Bristol Palin and Hillary Clinton? Pimps know how to degrade.
Obama didn't do that.
Well, there are charges that, his minions are behind some of the, especially like the Bristol Palin. And
well, that was going to come out anyway. He didn't bring that out. And this whole thing started with Manning over those great big double D's on this guy's obsessed with breasts and women.
So?
Well, I'm just saying, this whole thing, that's what got him started and twisted, and Obama had nothing to do with the Obama girl.
Well, this almost comes full circle because the first clip we ever heard of Manning was talking about the Obama girl, seeing him on the internet.
Bunch of big old white breasted, big breasted women.
It's the first time I saw it.
Great big old face. Right across the front says Obama. First place I ever saw it, a couple of great big old.
What pimps do. Pimps know how to degrade women. You see how he's...
So even though Obama's come out publicly and said that we don't talk about families, we're not going to address anything that's going on with the Palin family, they believe under the table he's sending out his goons.
And there's some people who would argue that, yes.
All right.
Send his people out to degrade Sarah Palin and Bristol Palin and Hillary Clinton. Pimps know how to degrade women and make them shut up and stand back. He's not a sexist. He's a pimp. He's a long-legged Mac daddy. Don't call it sexism on television. Call it macking. That's what he's doing. He's macking Governor Sarah Palin. He's macking Bristol Palin.
He's saying this more like he's effing them, the way he's using macking.
Yeah, you're right. I hadn't thought about that.
Is that the way it comes off?
Absolutely, the same inflection. You're right.
Sexism on television. Call it macking. That's what he's doing. He's macking Governor Sarah Palin. He's macking Bristol Palin. He's macking Hillary Clinton. He's even macking Bill Clinton now.
One too far.
Unbelievable.
Over Hillary,
yeah.
Don't call it sexism on television. Call it macking. That's what he's doing. He's macking Governor Sarah Palin. He's macking Bristol Palin. He's macking Hillary Clinton. He's even macking Bill Clinton now. He's a Mac daddy. It isn't sexism. He's a Mac daddy. That's what he is.
I'm still tempted to have him on, but he's going to get on my nerves.
He's going to get on your nerves pretty quick, but you know what?
I mean, because I keep asking questions to the audio, and I'm going to get the same answer even if I ask him in person.
If you ask one specific question, where is your proof and why haven't you shown it? That's only, and be like the lawyer, just say, we're not talking about anything else.
I'm sitting on that till the last minute, right before the election.
Why don't you show it to us now so we know?
I don't got to show you there.
Well, then you don't have it.
He's a Mac daddy. He's degrading, perpetrating, hating, masturbating, coagulating, ice skating, carpet dating, menstruating, big Mac daddy, big nigga, so I get some fries. Ha ha! God!
That's all you're going to get out of him, and I'm going to get a head rush.
I would just like to hear what he says to that one. So I got one question for you to start this interview. Until you answer it, we're not going any further.
And all you're going to hear is audio that we've heard over the past 6 or 7 months.
Then just bring him right back to where is the documentation? Okay, you have it. What is it? How about just what is it?
It's documentation. It's signed.
By who?
It's signed by somebody with a pen. Ain't none of your business. You big-headed jack in the box.
I'm saying just...
I'm surrounded. They got Mac Daddy on one side and Jack in the Box on the other.
Where does this guy live, Trey? Do we even know?
Harlem.
Okay, I missed that in the beginning.
Well, that's where his church is.
Okay.
Yeah, what he calls Allah.
Allah's his church?
That stands for something.
Okay.
All things to the Lord, something. All right. That's what he wants to rename Harlem. That's his big deal.
He's rename Harlem.
That's the name that's close. Is that it, Dan?
Yeah.
All right. That one funny? Yeah. All right. You just listen to this before you burn it. It's a setup.
There's 3 tracks. I chopped it up a little bit because it's spread out. Track 1 starts with a guy that stayed behind, the former Marine. Starts out with a news story.
This is the hurricane, Everett.
Okay.
Okay. That's all we need.
The story sets it up.
Okay.
Ray Wilkinson doesn't consider himself a hero for being the only Surfside Beach resident to ride out Hurricane Ike in his home.
Is that the old guy I was talking about?
Yeah. Rather, the 67-year-old Marine Corps veteran considers himself to be the only one stupid enough to stay behind. The 30-year Surfside Beach resident said he watched the frenzy of Ike's arrival from the front porch of his upstairs apartment, which faces away from the beach. I just saw all kinds of goodies floating away, like my refrigerator downstairs. I watched cars floating by, like a Volvo that traveled for several blocks before ending up in a ditch. Streets and yards remained partially underwater this morning and were littered with debris from toilets and bicycles to paintings and even children's toys. Wilkinson said that he felt his home shaking badly in the fierce winds as he sat there drinking beer, but the gusts were so loud he couldn't really hear much else.
It's like watching Wheel of Fortune, only with water. Mm-hmm. Look at all these fabulous prizes.
He said he was...
I'm going to sit here until something comes along and catches my fancy. All right, cut to it. Just
now you're set.
All right.
That was so random.
They may have switched it. Try cut 3.
All right.
Gumby standing on the porch.
All right,
Well, you blew it.
Well, somehow I missed it. Give it back.
Well, I'm not going to give it to you. You've already blown the punchline. Shut up, Everett. All right, when Dan gets the right cut, you don't laugh.
Okay. Fair enough.
Give me everything but the punch.
You don't need that, Dave. You don't need the actual line.
You want the
laugh all around it.
You want the crap that leads up to it. You don't want no payoff. Just a little jack on the wing, but stop at the end.
Yeah, that's the way I'll do for you. I'll say, yep, good. Don't do it during drive time so you look like a buffoon.
Is that Black Eddie? All right. Yes, Eddie.
Hey, Russ, how you doing, man?
Good.
Hey, I was calling about the other point. It's just one quick question. At what point can they, do something to Manning for all those things that he's saying? Do they have to wait until Obama is a nominated president or something?
You mean civilly go back and sue him for, what is that? I've read if it's spoken, slander?
Slander.
Yeah. You mean sue him for slander or? Because there have been no threats as far as where you would get the Secret Service or the FBI in.
Well, and it's all opinion. It's not anything specific.
Okay, so he would have to whoop his ass then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
actually, he's been bagging on his mama. Send his mama up there to wail on him.
Yeah, black man, that's a good thing to get your ass whooped on right there.
Or, if Pat, your wife, wants to make some extra cash.
Man, don't go there.
Obviously, she got plenty of history whooping on you.
You wrong, man. Yeah.
All right.
Just did the picture of Manning just sitting there talking, and Obama's mama flies through the picture.
Say it again! Say it again! What's the name? Who's the whore? Am I a whore? I don't hear you saying nothing. Speak up! I'm talking to you. That's why I'm a whore. Am I a whore? Oh,
Lord.
what's my name? Jackass!
That would be the only thing that would have poetic justice if his mama just jumped up and went, I've had enough of this.
I ain't running for any office. I'll whoop your ass.
Yeah, it's not going to
say it again. Say it to my face. Say it to my face.
I'm saying right here, what? Am I a whore? Am I a whore? Am I a whore? I'm talking to you. All of a sudden, you went deaf mute, didn't you? Who's the whore? Who's the whore? Did it feel like a whore?
Jackass.
I don't know yet.
Get every drop out of your head. Just wait till he's taping one of his.
Under his mama roll.
And ain't nobody going to stop her.
No. Mama Obama's at the back door. We're out of here. Set the camera and move back.
Put this thing on wheels. Let's go.
What?
A camera shot, of his pulpit, and all of a sudden you see some 60-year-old white woman just come strolling through there with a hammer.
Where's that goddamn Manning? Where are you, Manning? Hey, you.
Uh-oh. I'm not here.
I did.
Oh, she's gone.
I'm gonna beat your ass anyway. Jackass called me a whore. I said listening to your crap for 7 months. That man run off on me.
You mean old woman.
That's better. What is line one?
Line one's a police officer that's listening to the show.
Yes, Pete.
Hey, man, you need to quit that, man. I just pulled somebody over, listened to you pull somebody over for speeding. I'm laughing. I come back to write the ticket, and I'm laughing so much, I just told him just to go, leave. I'm trying to be serious out here. You make me laugh my ass off.
All right, thank you, sir.
Just go.
Y'all getting into my radio time. I'll beat your ass. I ain't got no time to mess with you. I'm gonna drive you to Garland. But do
it. We like to contract out.
Drop me off in Garland.
All right, Dan. What's on this disc?
3 minutes, 10 seconds of Gumby.
Now, I've already heard the setup, right? So I need to go about a minute and a half in.
No. This is different. Cut. Just play.
I don't trust you.
I don't trust anything in this building. I had to run around the building twice to find a CD.
You don't have CDs to burn on?
I did.
Where'd they go?
Well, the 2 I had left.
Wasted one on this damn show.
I was saving the other one for MP3s.
Hey, we're FEMA. We're dropping off your pods with everything you need in it. Have somebody to man it.
That's going to be bad.
Or, if you're the mayor, hey, we see you're dropping off pods. Anybody going to watch it?
Nope.
Ever do you know this part of the story?
No, I don't.
FEMA dropped off pods.
Points of distribution.
All right, all throughout Houston, Galveston, the affected areas.
Okay.
They dropped them off. They didn't leave anybody to run them.
Oh, good.
So now, because none of the supplies got to anybody they were supposed to, fingers started flying in different directions.
Like having a bunch of salt licks out there.
And FEMA's using as many fingers as they got.
Okay.
That's where we are here. No.
You're right.
It had been simple enough questions. You had plenty of time leading up to it to ask them. They're not that difficult, and there aren't a whole lot of them. Just ask.
That's going to be.
You're going to have the thing. How long will you man them? Oh, you won't have anybody to watch them.
No.
Then we'll get somebody.
We're FEMA. We drop off and we pick up.
You're like emergency management. That means you. How long before we get to Gumby? It's coming. Sorry. Slow ass. Pokey. You do something. Don't just drop stuff off and expect it to float. This has too much of a buildup. Now I can't play all of it. It's not going to have the same punch.
Sure it will. It did live. Just play it.
In front of my house, with these fabulous prizes.
Look, a pod.
It's about damn time.
Probably got everything I need in there.
That's actually kind of like a hurricane. Let's make a deal. Well, pod number 1 or pod number 3?
I'm taking this, bitch. Like a great big piñata.
Good thing I dressed up like Gumby.
What's that mean?
Let's make a deal. You got to dress up.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
Do we go into a break?
We try.
That was so random. Hey, look, there's floating in front of my house. Thank God I'm dressed up like Gumby. I knew this outfit would come in handy. Reload the bumper. Thank you. We make it this time? No. All right.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show.
Get the visual of Gumby standing on the porch watching.
I'm Gumby, damn it!
Try it again. This time.
So close.
Guy down the street dressed like Eeyore drowned.
The Russ Martin Show.
A little bit more.
Honky, hold the road. I'm going in after Jot. because 85% of the audience has no clue what that punchline is.
Yeah, I think they do.
That jostles something 25 years ago from my memory. haven't heard a jock in quite some time.
Flo got it. Pokey on the rope.
Hold the rope! Johnson drowning! He ain't drowning, he's going after my pie! Shoot that sucker! Great big fat dot.
That's the way we've wasted this week.
That's very nice. Much funnier the second time.
Thanks.
The setup.
Really, what's the old guy got to do? He decided to stay. He was going to sit on his porch and just watch the hurricane.
Jot?
I like I was giving you a hard time about Jot, but not me for Gumby.
Well, I got Gumby after you explained it, but it just came out of nowhere. The guy sitting right in the middle of a hurricane.
How's it blowing down? People flying in different directions. Same guy dressed like Gumby.
I got the Let's Make a Deal reference.
The visual changes.
Hold me again! There's Johnson in the water. He's going after my brand new car.
With California emissions. How long before we need a break? Yeah. Okay.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. You name the category, and this show is on top. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
Back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. I don't think so. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. I don't think so. I'm going back to Cali. I don't think so. Cali. I don't think so.
Alfie, what's on line two? What you want?
Something happened to her involving a local community and her pet just today.
It's going to make me sad.
It might, but it's more a question for Everett.
Okay. Is it Lydia?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Russ.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, I live in the city of Irving, and yesterday afternoon, my daughter's pit bull, which resides at my house, I had a lattice gate. She chewed through the lattice and got out, and she had been microchipped. And so they picked her up yesterday afternoon. By the time I got home, found out about it, it was too late, for me to get her yesterday. This morning, they euthanized her.
Well, hang on. Hold on. So you called yesterday, and said, my dog coming to get her.
Yeah. Let them know, that we would be there to get her. And she had the chip, and they had told us when we microchip her, we scan her, make sure everything's cool. We notify, which they did. But, what they said happened was they had two pit bulls, same description, both of them brown and white, one male, one female. Well, it was time for the male to go, but in error, they took our female and euthanized her. I mean, raise a leg, look, see what sex they are.
Well, you scan them before you put them down just to make sure that you got the right dog.
Right. And have something in place as a backup. Have somebody else look at the dog. What they have offered is, we'll give you the $70 back for the microchipping, and you can pick out another dog. We don't want another dog.
What are you complaining
and I know
about?
we're going to get her back. But,
all right, so you're asking if there's any civil action.
Right, right.
I think potentially, clearly there's a negligence claim. They knew or should have known that they were euthanizing the wrong dog. But The problem you may encounter is that of sovereign immunity, which is basically the notion that you have difficulty suing governmental entities except under very limited circumstances. And I don't know if that principle would apply in your case or not, but that might be a bar to suit.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I knew with it being a city, I knew that we might run into problems like that. But I just basically. We probably don't have a prayer, but I'd like everybody in the city of Bergen to be aware.
What did you find out by phone or when you went down there?
No, they left a note on my door, because they knew, they scanned her. They knew who she belonged to. They left a note on my door, hey, we got your dog.
When did you find out she'd been put down?
This morning.
And they call you or you go in?
No, went in to get her. And she was, they'd already put her down.
Did you go off on anybody?
Well, I didn't do it. My daughter, when I was at work, she called me at work, and yeah, I'm sure my daughter did go off on somebody. But, she was so upset. I mean, she was almost hysterical when she called me to let me know. But there again, what good does going off really do?
It's a natural reaction.
It might make us feel a little better, but still not going to bring the dog back.
How old was the dog?
How old was she? She was 1.
It doesn't matter. It just...
Right. She was she was well trained. She was a stray that we had taken in. She was housebroken. She was, she knew sit, stay, lay down, shake. She knew all that. She was a very sweet dog, very gentle. I have small dogs.
She got this last one down, though.
And she was very, they played together and everything. She was a kind, gentle dog. It's just, to me, it's just such a waste.
Is it worth wasting any time to talk to an attorney?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would be a waste of time at all. Someone who practices civil law and who deals with sovereign immunity, because again, it's
can't sue the king.
Well, yeah, typically, but there are limited circumstances under which you can.
What would be the loss? So you're suing for a loss. The loss would be they've already offered $70 and another dog.
Well, I mean, I think that would be for a jury to decide. I think it might be quite substantial given the facts. They're so egregious, and everybody pretty much has a dog or they at least like dogs. Well, no, it wasn't an accident. They did it intentionally, and they knew or should have known that they're putting down a male or female. I mean, that's an easy determination to make.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. Lift it up. If it's got a Peter, it goes down.
That's right. That's right. That's why I said, heck, they couldn't raise the leg and look. Simple.
All right. Well, let us know what you decide to do.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Russ.
All right.
Thank you, Everett.
You bet. Sorry about your dog.
There's actually a pending case they say may change the scope of veterinary medicine, because it's one of the first malpractice suits against a vet. I forgot what state it's in, but they're saying, depending on how this jury goes.
Tell us what happened.
Basically, the dog was rendered in surgery, was rendered, I think, paralyzed, and then they had to put him down through a surgical error the vet made.
All right. Well, I would think malpractice, even with vets, you'd have some type of
negligence, and you don't have the benefit of sovereign immunity if you're a vet.
Well, I think the interesting thing is the damages. How are you going to assign?
That's what's going to change is the damages. Because
Right.
I'm sure in Texas, they're going to look at the dog if you go to court, and it's going to be more like the cost of livestock as opposed to a family member.
Well, that's a great point, because there is an added element of intrinsic value that isn't there with, when you're talking about
Because if it was my mom or dad, I'd be okay with $70.
And a new dog.
This is a good game show. Gumby outfit come in handy again.
Stop it. Mother or father.
So what would be a realistic amount you could set and think that a jury would award?
Well, I mean, we've had cases where people have had coffee spilled on them and been awarded millions of dollars. So I think
that was physical harm and damage there.
Yeah, but millions of dollars for spilling coffee. I mean, I think most people would think that's way out of line. When you're talking about intrinsic value, I think a jury might give hundreds of thousands of dollars under that circumstance. I can certainly see that. I mean, look how valuable, how important dogs are to some people. I have 3 dogs. I mean, I would be really pissed if somebody did that to one of my dogs.
Yeah,
I can't imagine.
I can't even sit myself in that place and think about showing up. Thank God somebody found the dog. Thank God I actually had them chipped so they could call me. And thank God they could put them down. At least I'm going to get my money back.
give you the $70 on a new dog. But again, what else is City going to do? We didn't do this on purpose. This wasn't malicious.
But they knew or should have known. It's negligence. I mean,
well, you could go negligence. You can't. I don't think you could prove that there was actual intent.
No, I wouldn't believe that for a minute. But certainly negligence, and people get sued and recover millions of dollars based on negligence all the time. We even have criminally negligent homicide where you can go to the state jail.
Well, again, you're talking about people, and not everybody assigns any type of value to an animal.
Right. You're right, but I think most juries do. I think most people do, especially when you're talking about dogs.
Okay. Well, I'm just look at Michael Vick.
Exactly.
I was surprised that he got any time, just because you were talking about animals, and not everybody's going to look at that and think, yeah, that what he did deserves jail time. We're talking about dogs, and there are plenty of them out there.
It's a total different mentality just between y'all, for instance, everybody in the room that has dogs, and when you go out near where Joy lives in the country, it's a different mindset. They are animals. They're just like a cow. Cow gets hurt, cow breaks its leg, you put it down. It's just part of nature out there. Well, that's a totally different world. You're right. And the dogs out there are treated the same. They're not, for the most part, they're not family members.
Listen, who all of a sudden is the animal advocate?
I'm not the animal advocate. I'm just telling you, if you get a jury full of people, don't do that. I didn't do anything to my dog.
He's just justifying what he did. If I was out in the country and did this.
You get a jury full of people that are farmers or in a rural area. You're going to have people that go, you know what, it's a terrible thing, but it ain't worth $100,000.
And you contracted now to have your dog killed.
I didn't contract anybody to do anything.
You didn't pay the animal shelter anything when you dropped Boo off?
I certainly paid them a donation.
Yeah.
That's not to do anything to the dog. That's to house the dog.
Now, well, let me ask you this. Did you have to give them half up front and then half when it was done?
No. There was no contract.
Where'd you find the shelter to take them to? The Soldier of Fortune?
It was the city shelter. I didn't know about no-kill shelters back then.
A 20 and a wink.
Would you stop, Everett?
Take care of my dog.
It was a terrible, terrible time in my life. It was awful.
Think how it must have been for the dog.
I knew I should have bought that dog Gumby outfit. Oh, and I didn't tell you this. I got a beagle now.
When did this happen?
That's what Boo was, right?
Yeah.
She was running loose in the street about 6 weeks ago. Put up signs all over the place. Checked her. There's no microchip. So now she lives with me.
You have a beagle. Awesome.
Named her Boo.
You did not.
The hell I didn't.
Why would you name that dog Boo?
To eat at you forever.
That's horrible. That's awful. Quit smiling, Dan.
It's the dog you should have had.
That's terrible. Did you really call this dog Boo?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I don't feel horrible. What I did is the best I could do at the time for Boo.
I'm surprised you're not trying to pass it off as Boo's alive!
I don't
She made it out! She'll be 38.
But still, take a swing and try, JD.
She would be 38, actually. 28.
Looks just like Boo from what I remember.
Oh, that'll break my heart. Every time I see a beagle. That's hard. That's a very hard time in my life.
And here's how hard, like Everett said, how hard do you think it was for the dog? Dog you'd had for 11 or 12 years. You take her off, drop her off at the animal shelter. Here's a 20. You get the other 20 when it's done.
I was going through a divorce. I just lost my mom.
So you decided
I just
the dog
lost
should
my
eat
job. No, I'd swap spots with the dog at that point. But the dog in my apartment take me down to the shelter.
Sounds like Scott Peterson talking about Lacey. Well, she was pregnant and I was tired of her. And
that's got nothing to do with
it.
I did the best I could do.
And it killed a dog.
Has your Boo, has she taken to the name?
Yeah.
It's like Boo's come back and
a reincarnation.
And knows she'll be safe this time.
Boo lives on, so I'm out of the hole here.
No, your Boo is dead.
My Boo would have been dead anyway.
Your Boo would have had a much better chance had you not taken her to the animal Gitmo.
My Boo had a wonderful life. I only knew about no-kill animal shelters with you in the last 10 years. I didn't know about them then. I didn't.
So you reveled in the fact that you found, thank God, there are kill animal shelters.
No, I didn't revel in the fact that's a city shelter is the only place I knew to take the dog.
And why did you take the dog there?
Because he didn't want to pay the deposit for the apartment.
I didn't.
No, that's right.
I couldn't. They would not accept animals.
So you just wasn't any other place to live in the world.
I just signed a lease. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a job. I barely got this apartment, and they would not accept animals, even with a deposit. No, that's the truth. And my ex-wife was supposed to take the dog and dumped him on me. Because that was our deal. She went off and dated some guy with a house with a nice backyard, so she was going to take the dog, and she decided not to.
I like your verbiage. Dumped him on me.
She did. She actually left him in the house alone for a couple of days.
Stuck me with the dog.
Well, in this case,
hung around my neck.
In this
albatross.
I had nothing to nowhere.
Anchor.
I let that dog live with me for a couple of weeks and try to figure out it was something to do.
And
2 whole weeks.
You got a reprieve. Warden called.
No. And I tried to figure out what to do.
Got to kill it. It's the only choice.
I didn't kill it. No one killed it. It went off to a farm, lived with some children. And
yeah, it's called a cemetery.
No, a farm.
No, it's probably a farm. Fertilizer.
No, it's not. Beautiful farm with them woods.
I'll send you pictures of my
Don't
boo.
send me pictures.
And you know what? Not one freaking phone call. Ads in the paper, online, animal groups, posters up. Not one freaking phone call.
Did it look well maintained, the dog?
Yeah, she's been recently groomed. Her nails were trimmed. Took her to the vet. They said she looks like she's about 3.
How did you lose a dog 3 and take care of it and everything?
I don't know, but I can tell you how she got out. That bitch likes to dig.
Oh, damn, yes. They howl and they dig.
But she doesn't howl, because if she howled, then I know she was digging. I've caught her 4 times at the side of the house trying to dig out. She got through once, and luckily I've got double fences, and I caught her by the time she got to the other one.
My mom's dog did that too. I don't know
what is it with beagles?
I wish I could answer that question. They're very odd animals. I mean, I love mine. I would never have another one, but...
Well, why didn't you tell me this before I decided to keep this one?
Because you can give the dog a good home. JD's right. They howl, they dig, and they like, if they want to be alone, they like to curl up in some of the just strangest places. And
she does that, and she's a humper.
Yeah, it reminds me of Boo. Hey, give her pizza and see if she spits out the green peppers, because that's what my Boo did.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
What kind of idiot gives a dog pizza?
It was before I knew about science, diet, and all that stuff.
This one's too busy humping furniture. If it don't move, she's all up in it.
Did you get along with the other dogs?
Yeah.
Good. Well, you never
Kahlua, the biggest dog, tried to ingest her a couple of times. We got past that.
Yes, I'm sure. So Kahlua kind of runs the house.
Yeah. And you come home and the beagle's up on top of the dining room table looking at you. Hey, where you been?
They do have that look too.
You gonna set dinner or not?
They got that look with the little ears up, kind of like, hey, what's up? No, I got up here because I can. I know you told me not to, but you weren't here.
I learned that from that little brown chihuahua on the floor.
Of course, JD's looks at him like, you're taking me where?
Stop it, Everett.
I don't like car rides with you. I saw what you did to the bunny. I was there. I remember the court case.
There was no court case. Boo wasn't around for the bunny. See, I had Boo win the bunny.
I got it.
Okay.
You ready for news then?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Trey, did I send you any pictures of the beagle?
Actually, no.
Oh. Just send them on to JD.
No. You're just going to torture me with those.
Yeah.
Why?
That's really the only reason I kept the dog.
Well, let's not forget, the only reason that tortures you is because you killed your beagle.
I didn't kill. Quit saying that.
Why would it torture you then?
That didn't happen because I missed Boo. It was a very, very hard time in my life. Very difficult decision. I had to do what I had to do at the time. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a way to get another apartment. They wouldn't take a dog. That was it.
Do I kill her? Do I not kill her?
I didn't kill the dog. I did the best, what I thought was the best for the dog at the time. Take the dog to a shelter where they shelter dogs. It didn't say city kill place on the front door. It said city.
They do it behind doors for a reason.
Shelter.
It's sheltering you from seeing them kill your dog.
No.
That's why you give them the cash.
Just get off me with the dog. This is 20 years ago or more.
Thank you. All right, 5:45. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. Today is Wednesday, September 17th, 2008. Birthdays today.
Hang on a second. It's line 5 for JD. Okay. Yes, Lisa.
Yes. JD, you're an effing a-hole.
Well, thank you, Ruth.
I have just spent my whole life working, not for my kids, not for my husband, not for a career, but for my dogs. Had a boxer. Boxer my husband found at a junkyard. There were 2 of them. He brought one home because the other one got hit by a car. She
She turned around and she was a mess.
Black F-150.
Had cancer 5 times. Spent $8,000 on the bitch. $8,000. Just had to put her down last year. Do you know what? If they would have told me in my house I couldn't have my dog, we'd been on the streets, and I'd still been on the vet. I'd still be working, paying that damn vet.
And if they told you couldn't have kids, you'd kick them out. You said you didn't work for your kid. You didn't work for your kids. You didn't work for your husband. You just worked for your dogs.
No, work for my dogs. My husband works for my dogs too. I get his paycheck and it goes right to the vet.
You're just a better human being than I am, clearly.
No.
No, you are.
They look at you. Your wife looks at you and she can give those hate eyes. Your kids can look at you and tell you you're no good father.
You ain't only got the hate eyes. If it opens on you, it says hate.
Those dogs aren't running away. They're trying to escape.
Our dogs dig. All of them. They never sleep.
They work in shifts.
Being on Hogan's Heroes. Tunnels all over the house. Found one underneath a potbelly stove. Freaky dogs.
You come back here.
Yeah. Tried it. We not have time?
No, you're free.
Oh. All right. This is a valid phone call. Yes, Michael.
You can tell why JD doesn't have any remorse. He didn't have to do it himself. He let somebody else do it for him.
I didn't kill the dog.
He would have put it down himself.
What, I'm going to take that dog out and shoot it?
You can't do nothing for it, obviously. You'd rather let somebody else kill it than take care of it yourself.
I could have just let it loose. I could have done all kinds of things. I took care of it to where I thought someone would handle it and take care of it for me.
There you go.
Exactly what happened.
Not take care of it. Not take care of it. Can't take care of it, but take care of it.
No, I got it. Take care of it.
No, don't with a finger to the head. No.
You took care of it.
I didn't take care of the dog.
Why'd you kill the dog?
I didn't. Stop saying that.
Did your dog give one of your women a foot massage?
No.
What? Alfie got that one.
No idea what you're talking about. No.
I got mine down. I don't be tickling her. No. Alfie still got it.
Love that dog. I have no idea what you two are talking about.
Tell him, Alfie.
Is this Pulp Fiction?
I get it. No. Love that dog very much.
Okay.
If Boo was here today, I'd drop her off at that lady's house.
Live in a big vagina of hate. That's a hate queef.
Oh, of course. God forbid we not play this once.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
I was taking, what was that stuff I had, Trey?
The Zizal?
Yeah, I was taking that at night. John, for my allergies. It's a pill. The fungus is getting you. I finally had to stop on the Zizal because I wasn't sleeping all the way through the night, and I was having jacked up dreams.
Really? Like what? I mean, scary ones?
Or just bizarre. Absolutely, I had.
Jesus. Yeah.
Did you have them?
Odd. I'm talking odd.
Were you on the same stuff?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been on Zizal. That's the thing. And also, too.
And that's supposed to. That's I believe, a newer antihistamine. It's supposed to be a cleaner drug than the other ones.
Well, the thing is, too, I've never really remembered my dreams, but I remembered every segment of my dream last night, from walking out of the store to having an argument with a lady, wrecking a motorcycle into my first car I ever had, then getting up and arguing with myself that was down. Yes, weird dreams.
I'm sure I want to try this stuff. Especially not sleeping well.
If I slept all the way through, it wouldn't bother me, but it was just... I had one dream to where I took my truck and I was trying to save money on gas, so I shoved it inside a hybrid and drove that around.
That's pretty funny. These are funny dreams. They're not things that's going to kill you.
But it was just irritating because you would wake up for a couple of minutes and you go back and have the same dildo dream again. And how I don't know how I got the full-size truck. And I'm driving the truck inside the hybrid.
Saving cash.
And I ran the pedal up through the floorboard of the truck so I could reach it of the other car.
Well, at least you didn't knock yourself out.
Huh?
So at least you didn't have a dream and knock yourself out. Like me.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, at least that night you had 2 really good naps.
I woke up last night. I literally, if I hadn't had a mouth, I'd have been dead because I couldn't breathe. There was nothing going through my nose. Tried some spray, cleared it up for like 20 minutes, woke up 20 minutes later, stopped up completely.
Go to an allergist.
I've never had allergies. It's driving me crazy.
Well, I mean, there's so many people now. All the pollutants and everything else. Yeah. People are becoming, getting allergies that they didn't.
Well, a lot of this could be from Hurricane Ike. That he normally wouldn't have the issues of winds coming that hard from the Gulf. This hadn't really affected me that badly because I stopped with Izol because I got tired of the gas mileage. And I stopped taking it. I've been okay. Over-the-counter nose spray, and I haven't had any issues.
How often are you using the over-the-counter nose spray?
Once a day.
That's not something you're supposed to use long term.
I know that.
Okay.
But I'm using it because I'm tired of the other dreams.
Well,
the other ones, all the dogs had wings and I'm having to chase them through the house.
Have you tried like Allegra? Not the D, just a regular Allegra.
I don't know. I can't keep track of what makes me sleepy and what gives me the jitters, so I just bailed on all of it.
D's are going to make you jittery.
I've heard the opposite, so I just stopped. I'm okay with the over-the-counter nose spray. Once a day is not going to be that big of an issue.
Okay.
I've done it on and off since I was a kid.
And you get sick every fall and every spring.
I'm okay now.
Well, that's now.
I'm not taking the Zysol and going back to the flying puppies.
Well, try some Allegra or something. D's are going to what makes you jittery because they've got the pseudoephedrine in them. Hence why you have to get it behind the counter of any pharmacist or whatnot.
So keep the flying dogs back there. I can't wait for the flying dogs. That's exciting.
I'll bring you. I got a bunch of samples of the Zysol.
I just take one. I'll just take one and see what it is for me. Just while it's bad right now, while the
stick a recorder next to your bed.
Okay, I'll do that. That sounds actually kind of interesting. But it's not going to be fun if you're not sleeping through the night.
No.
Well, I'll try it one time.
All right.
Maybe on the weekend.
Where is Dan?
I don't know. He wasn't here during the last break. I didn't see him during the break at all.
Well, I'll go see if you can find him. Are the clowns still here?
Oh, yes.
We're waiting on Dan. Why don't you send him back into Gavin's office?
Okay.
Down the way.
Get away! Get away! I'm serious!
Take a look at my bow tie. Here's the sword. Give me the sword.
Go!
Got a pink elephant.
That's a freak!
For you. How about a hat?
God, that's freaky! Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about! Go on! Get away! You freaks!
And they're just as happy as they can be. 2 nice little good-looking people. Nice couple.
And who are the clowns we need to plug again?
It is the guy is PDB the clown.
What?
PDB the clown.
All right.
What he told me. And the other one is Happy the Clown. DallasBirthdayClowns.com.
Did she say she was any relation?
She did not bring that up, no. I can call her and ask her where she got the name.
I forget the name of the original Happy the Clown that burned up in his trailer.
Morris?
No. I think it's on, is it on your flash drive, Trey?
Oh, yeah.
Dan, where did you go?
Oh, I was pulling some audio that I thought you might want Everett to hear.
Oh, all right. Here it is, Happy the Clown. the other day.
I do have a story.
Why don't you briefly read it for anybody that doesn't know the story of Happy the Clown as we prepare our tribute?
Melvin Hall was his name. He started performing in his...
All right, that's all I needed.
Melvin Hall, that's not all you needed.
This bit is 8 years old. I'm not going to play it again.
That's a classic. It's like playing an oldie, a classic. You turn it up every time. Come on.
Anybody else?
Play it.
Yeah, play it.
Hell yeah.
It's a clown day. We've had Happy in the building, for God's sake.
Melvin.
I'll play a minute of it.
Father's Wild West show before the Great Depression and never strayed far from an audience. The 84-year-old... trying to do this with some class, do you mind? The 84-year-old, known as Happy the Clown to the children and senior citizens whom he still performed, died Tuesday morning in a fire at his trailer home in southeast Dallas County near Balk Springs. His daughter, Carmen Hall, said her father never knew any other life than perform.
All right, that's enough.
No, get at least to the dog. Performing. Mr. Hall's Boston Terrier named Dog was probably also killed by the fire. No foul play was suspected. There you go. That's about all I need to read. Oh, Miss Eddie's last.
What a bunch of dicks.
Why?
A guy burns to death in his trailer, and that's all we can do is giggle.
That's not why we were laughing. What was coming up was funny, too.
No, it was the fact that a guy named Happy the Clown burned up in his trailer.
With his dog named Dog.
I tried so hard. Okay. All right.
And we thought, because this was such a horrible thing to happen. Do you want to hear this?
Yes, please.
You've heard it.
I love this bit.
We should have a little memorial service for Happy the Clown. Are you guys ready?
Oh, yes.
Quit it, Eddie, or I can't get started. That's damn Pavlovian.
I know, you can't hear it with... You go to a funeral and hear this now, you crack up.
Actually, when we were at Brumley's funeral, because we're all sitting, I think, in that first or second pew, everyone on the show, and I think Eddie was either sitting next to me or right behind me.
Eddie was on the front row.
Yes, yeah, he was right in front of me then. And you hear the first couple of chimes of Amazing Grace, and he just turned purple. And then all of a sudden, the giggles just got passed from person to person.
And his wife slapped him.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you dare.
Friends and neighbors, we are here today to pay tribute to the remains of a man who entertained us for many years. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
We are here today to say goodbye to Happy the Clown. Happy loved children's.
Oh, he loved them so much.
He entertained all the way to his untimely combustion. For you see, he was at a birthday party when his clown suit caught fire.
Oh, Lordy, Lord.
It was to be a joyous time for the children's.
Oh, the children's just love the clowns.
They had a large cake, presents, a clown, and a donkey for rides inside the spacious double-wide mobile home.
Oh, I bet Mama loved that donkey.
I'm sure it'll take many years for the children to forget the image of Happy bursting. Stop there.
No.
This damn thing is 10 minutes long. I'm not going to play all of it.
Please.
No.
What parts of it then? Skip forward a little bit. To where he left.
What?
To where he leaves his mark.
I'm not sure where that is.
happen, Eddie?
We're not gonna be done by 7. We might not make it 8 years later.
Just memorial service.
I'm sure the children will also never forget the final moments as the donkey trampled Happy, trying to get away from the flames. I guess it was just time for Happy to come home, and the Lord wanted to make sure he left a mark.
Okay. Happy left a mark. Okay, I remember that. That's where we were.
In the wallpaper. Can we start again? No.
Yeah, we can.
That's plenty.
Okay.
Dan, what was the audio that you went and fetched? You wanted Everett to hear?
This was Friday, us playing Password in Everett's absence.
Oh, okay.
We gave it a shot without you.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Does it need a setup?
No. JD and Chloe were on one team.
All right.
And Trey and Dan were on the other.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right. Do this and we'll get to news. All right. Here we go.
Welcome to Password, where today's celebrity guests try to guess the password. Now, here's the host of Password, Russ Martin.
Normally somebody does something there.
Okay. Oh, hold on.
I was thinking of applause.
Oh.
All right. Dan and Trey, headphones off.
We're on the same team.
All right. Then you guys are going to have to move because it's confusing me. JD, go over there and stand where Trey is. So you're on the same side of the room with Chloe. Got it. All right. You ready for this, Everett?
I think so.
No, you're not. JD and Trey, headphones off. Dan and Chloe. The password is ice.
Okay.
All right, Chloe, you can start. 10 points, pass or play. Hang on, let me turn your mic on.
I'll play.
All right, 10 points. Yeah.
Phlegmatic.
The perfect clue.
Oh, Everett.
God.
Nicely done.
Phlegmatic.
And Chloe's even giving hand gestures as well.
Excellent. Excellent.
Chloe was mimicking everything from you.
Well, it helps.
Doesn't help.
I see 2 cuts on here. Second one?
Yeah, just play the second one. It's the next word.
Well, I understand that. Have we already played the bit out?
Play the second one.
All right. JD, you and Trey, headphones off. Chloe? Dan, your password is seed.
Okay, very good.
All right, Dan, you have control. 10 points. Pass or play?
Pass.
Chloe, 10 points.
Cool. Come on.
Granivorous. Come on. Granivorous.
I can understand Chloe's consternation.
Feel his pain?
I do.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And Jay, when I swapped teams and you weren't here, Everett, JD thought, all right, this is obviously not going to be as angst-ridden.
Right.
We'll have some fun. I'll win.
Of course.
Of course.
Chloe, 10 points.
Cool. Come on.
granivorous.
I don't want to play that game anymore.
That's all right. You lose every time.
Ruined for me.
All right. We doing something before news?
You're going to get back around to playing Trace calls from the funeral at one point.
I'll do that at the end.
Okay.
All right. All right, 6:15. Dan O'Malley's here with news.
Thank you, Russ. News is, of course, brought to us by the Miss Live 105.3 pageant, which is this Friday night at Duke's in Bedford. We'll see you there. Birthdays today. John Ritter would have been 60, but he didn't make it. Konstantin Maroulis turns 33. Apparently, he's from American Idol. Carolyn Monroe turns 40. She was, of course, is a porn star. Some of her fine films include Jungle Beaver, Buns and Roses, Analyze These, and, of course, White Men Can Hump.
Classics.
Award-winning. Doug E. Fresh turns 42. Paula Jones turns 42. Dustin Wynn, he of 21 Jump Street, turns 46. And Rita Rudner turns 55. And on this day in history, back in 1949, Warner Brothers released the first Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote cartoon called Fast and Furious. And in 1955, the On Fuego Oscar-winning cartoon Speedy Gonzales was released. Well, it was released.
And they banned that since, what, the 90s?
Oh, yeah. Long time.
I don't even think it's Hispanic groups that don't want it to air.
Really?
Yeah, I think maybe it was Nickelodeon that pulled it, and you actually had some Hispanic groups that were okay with it.
Well, I don't see why not. It doesn't cast him in a bad light, or Hispanics or mice. Or
that one doesn't really, because it's Speedy Gonzales, and they show the whole little village and stuff. He's just fast.
Yeah, he's quite agile.
Yeah. Now the
Slowpoke?
No, the Frito Bandito. I was going to go with that. They pulled that one. The LULAC people got involved in that one because it was like Fritos. We don't always steal everything, so we're not stealing your chips.
But there were Banditos, and they did steal things.
They got it banned for whatever reason.
So it's okay to have cartoons now with a bunch of white rednecks sitting around drinking beer,
yes,
but you can't have Speedy Gonzales.
Yes, very much. Well, we don't have any, groups. We don't have a LULAC to go out,
Yes, we do.
No, we don't. There's no
You do.
groups. I don't have a group. There's no groups that I'm involved with.
Yes, there is. Get King of the Hill taken off the air for us.
I'm not going to do that.
You're trying to tell us as many years as you guys have been around, you don't have a media arm of your group?
You got to have some kind of PR.
There's no you guys.
You're the ones that started the January white sale.
No, we can't. No, I'm not involved.
The Grand Dragon is not without its claws.
I have no connection to anybody with the KKK.
You even have your little youth group. The
Who?
What do we call it?
The Clan Can? That kind of?
No.
Oh.
There's no group.
The lizards?
No, there's no lizards.
Lizard Scouts. That was it.
Don't have scouts. We don't do anything. There's no we. Stop it.
All right.
Never been associated with them. And the more you say that, the more people think it's true. People, like I said before, have walked up to me in public going, hey, buddy, we understand. There's nothing to understand here. However, because you're in my face, I'm not going to call you any names. Dan was there that night.
That was one guy. One
That
time.
was two guys, actually, and I've had them come up before. You weren't there before.
Okay, two guys.
I've had them come up, and never mind.
Now, in your defense, I will say we do get plenty of phone calls.
Saying?
Were you having some kind of membership drive, John?
No. No, there's no membership. To what?
You got enough people.
For what?
For your group.
I'm not involved in any groups. None. Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association. That's it. You caught me. It's my only group.
What, are you spraying them now?
No.
We need a break?
Yes, actually we do.
All right.
Lord.
Wow.
What?
You're like a white supremacist Dick Dastardly.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. This soap opera gets better and better. The Russ Martin Show. Russ Martin Show.
All right, Dan, go ahead.
All right. For the second time this month, the U.S. government put taxpayer money on the hook to rescue a private financial company, saying the failure of a huge insurer, American International Group, would further disrupt markets and threaten the already fragile economy. The Federal Reserve said Tuesday it would provide up to $85 billion in an emergency 2-year loan to rescue AIG, which teetered on the edge of failure because of stresses caused by the collapse of the subprime mortgage market.
No, they wasted all their money on TV spots with Lee Majors.
I don't think that caused their downfall.
They wasted an ass load of cash on different. That the one with the guy sitting on the park bench.
Oh yeah, but that's not.
Well, you know, Lee Majors had to eat up most of their profits.
he's pretty pricey these days. No, I don't think so. Talking about billions. What?
The guy was a $6 million man. What do you think he's going to charge to do a spot for AIG?
It's just the name of the show. He wasn't really costing him that much. No.
Why is it we got to bail them out?
Because if they collapsed, it would be the final blow. And
final blow to what?
Our economy. I mean, I think that
if AIG folded,
they have over $1 trillion in assets, and
obviously they don't. They get ready to close.
Well, no, the government's bailing them out.
But if the government didn't bail them out, why wouldn't they use some of their assets to pull themselves back up?
Well, I shouldn't say assets. Their policies are over $1 trillion. They have so much insured, and it's already hard enough to get credit, and because of for houses, because of the credit crunch, insurance companies are also really cracking down. They're very difficult to deal with.
What's that got to do with AIG going belly up?
Because they're one of the largest insurers in the world.
Well, obviously they're not making a profit, so let them go.
No, they're making. Well, here's what they're kind of the.
I really wish you would give me this in one sentence.
It's a really big company, and it'd be really bad if they closed.
I'll buy it.
You said the end of our economy.
Yeah, our entire infrastructure would fold because of AIG and all the money that they gave to Colonel Steve Austin.
Infrastructure, maybe not, but I think it possibly would lead to another truly Great Depression.
Because of one company folding.
Well, it's not just one company. It is the trickle-down effect of...
You with him on this, Eric?
Yeah, because the snowball effect. I mean, if that folds, and then you have a lot of ancillary...
House of cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it's coming anyway, because there's other companies that are on the verge of doing this, and you can't bail them all out.
Well, no, but I think this is, you can correct me if you're wrong, Trey, but I think this is in the form of a loan, such that the government's going to take over 79-point-some-odd%.
Yeah, Trey, correct me if you're wrong.
But,
Go on, Trey.
But
I dare you.
But I mean, it's going to be the form of a loan, and so the idea is that at some point when AIG recovers sufficiently, they'll be able to pay back the loan.
Also, the government's going to make interest off of this, so it's an investment for the government.
Right. It's not just a giveaway.
Okay. It's not like when we bailed out Chrysler back in the 80s.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Next story, Dan.
All righty. Homeland Security Secretary Michael Chertoff will be back in Texas to observe recovery efforts in Houston and Galveston. Houston Mayor Bill White is unhappy with FEMA, saying supplies aren't coming in fast enough in the days since Hurricane Ike. Harris County Judge Ed Emmett has personally taken over coordination of efforts to hand out relief supplies. FEMA said it will start paying for 30 days of hotel expenses for people whose homes are too damaged to live in. Near Galveston, about 250 residents of the hard-hit Boulevard Peninsula refused to leave. The Texas Attorney General's office is exploring how to legally force them out, saying they're concerned about a lack of utilities and the spread of diseases.
Don't give them anything, and they'll eventually just vanish.
They have to come out, yeah. Well,
don't give them utilities, don't give them emergency services, no first response, no nothing, and sooner or later, they're just going to be weeded out.
Less than 4 or 5 of the people of the 50 that have died because of lack of emergency responders. Well, really? Who said the day before, you're going to die if you stay?
And you stayed.
And you stayed, and you died. And they said, first of all, they don't even know how many bodies really. Because, first of all, if they died, like on Bolivar Island's very, very sheltered. There's not a lot of big buildings like there was in Galveston.
They could have been washed out.
Washed out. We'll never know. Never catch them. Or can't be able to count them anyway. Catch them. Or either way.
Catching the dead. Get a little lasso.
You know the story about the 1900 hurricane. They had so many dead bodies, and they didn't have time. They didn't have the refrigeration and the storage units that we have now. They
made it a apartment out of them?
No. No, they put them on barges.
Pickup sticks.
They put them on barges and took them out of the ocean and dumped them.
What else are you going to do with them?
I guess nothing else. It's just freaky to think that they just put barges full of dead people and they just went out far enough that dumped them in the ocean. I guess they said some of them actually washed back up. I told you to go away.
Well, they clearly didn't take them far enough.
I told you.
Yes, it won't leave.
Leave.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, Florida's Governor Charlie Crist has strong words for gas station owners after receiving more than 2,000 complaints of price gouging on gasoline across the state. When news broke that Hurricane Ike could affect the oil refineries in Texas, some gas stations responded by raising prices.
All right, hang on. I understand why gas went up last Friday. Mm-hmm. Speculation. People in North Texas were buying gas thinking there was going to be some type of cutoff or all of it was going to go to Houston, Galveston. We're past that. We got plenty of gas. We got plenty of oil. How come it's still $3.70 a gallon?
Well, we don't exactly.
According to the news reports, yeah, we do. And the price increase has been unwarranted.
Yeah, that's just basically market speculation. You're right. Oil has dropped below. I forgot how many. Just an enormous amount.
Oil is down,
and gas is only, I think, come down like 7 cents versus
it's still exactly where it was when I got gas last Friday. When I came into the station, it was $3.39 a gallon. On the way home, it was $3.69, and it's still there. And I'm on fumes. And I ain't filling up again until it comes back down, because I'm not going to get screwed again.
You have a lot of gas stations around the country that don't have gas. They're still trying to get it to them. And it's just market speculation.
The gas station I went to got plenty of gas. All their pumps was open.
On this one, I'll say it. Because they can.
Thank you for acquiescing.
We do have a lot of refineries that are offline. They'll be offline for anywhere from 2 weeks to 2 months. But
2 months really? Does that really make it 2 months?
Yeah, the largest refinery in the nation is down there, and I think they said it's going to be offline for another 30 days.
I just wonder if that made a big, big difference.
But we've got a lot of reserves, so it's not like everything's coming to a panic.
Okay. Just wondering how big of a deal that was.
So it goes back to the speculators.
Yes.
I don't like them.
I think anybody does at this point. They just get up in the morning and spin a big wheel and tell us what we're going to pay for gas.
Are they charging?
Well, and it happened in the course of just a few hours that Friday. This was even before Ike made landfall. Gas had already gone up in Dallas-Fort Worth. On the way home, I stopped. I forget where I stopped. People in line, and the 2/3 of the pumps were already out of regular. And I wasn't going to wait in line. I drove around until I found regular, because I'm not buying super unleaded.
Oh, my God. You've got that kind of cash.
Bitch, you're the one that went down the street or went up to the clerk and said, hey, the tankers are down the street. Have them come down here and give you more gas.
I would have gladly paid that for unleaded, but I didn't want to pay super when I know damn well they had unleaded in those tanks. And they had unleaded.
Don't scream in here.
Isn't it very interesting that 24 hours later, big old tanker truck sitting there in the driveway pumping in the ground. Where was that tanker truck?
They weren't sure how much damage Ike was going to do.
Or was it a day before?
You're bitching about the same thing. You don't want to pump super unleaded. I didn't either.
I ain't got that cash. You have the cash.
No consequence. I'm not going to pay $4 a gallon for something I don't need, especially when I know they got unleaded sitting underground.
You know damn well they do. You go up there and you cover up the unlimited pump. I can buy that good expensive fuel.
And really, how's anybody going to prove whether you got unleaded or not? You just put a little bag over the handle. You know what? We're out. Obviously, that's what everybody comes in for. All we got left is the good stuff. How much?
How much you owned? People filled up. I know I did.
It's interesting because it's the Southeast that they're just getting screwed. They're paying $5 a gallon.
Yeah, where we are.
We're paying, $3.79. They're paying in the high 4s to 5s.
Talking about Florida?
Florida, South Carolina.
I don't live there. I don't care. And I care about $3.70 a gallon.
That's where
for no reason.
A lot of the problem comes from. Because there are stations over there that are out of gas.
Fine. We got gas here.
And they're trying desperately just to figure out how to pump it in South Texas. Because all the gas stations, or a lot of them, just ruined.
There's no place to go down there. What are you driving for?
They showed these poor guys today. They were on their bicycles because their car got washed away, going to one of those PODs to get water and ice, and then they're watching them. They've got like 3 boxes, and they're trying to figure
balance
out
them to get them home.
Yeah, it's like, damn,
on the handlebars of the bike
to the home they ain't got.
Well, they're staying somewhere. These are some of the first responders too that are still down there that are in some of the shelters.
All right. Go ahead, Daniel.
All right. Fargo Police Sergeant Jeff Scusa said a 34-year-old man and 2 friends were in town for a conference. He said they decided that they wanted a photo with a train. Well, they went around security gates at a train crossing so one man could have his picture taken closer to that train.
You can stop right there. Does it go where I think?
Possibly.
All right, go ahead then.
Well, the man thought the picture would be better if he got just a little bit closer. But he tripped and stumbled and the train caught his back, ripping his shirt, pants, and flesh. Scusa.
I didn't kill him?
No, the police sergeant called it a bad case of train rash.
You got the train rash, buddy.
And to no one's surprise, he said also that alcohol was a factor.
Where's my picture with this train? Oh, but that's moving pretty fast. Come on!
Use a high-speed shutter. Get my flesh coming on.
I'm going to hold my Coors Light up.
Edward, you weren't here earlier in the week. How did we get off on the train groupies? What were we talking about?
We were talking about the crash in L.A. and
the texter, and he was a train enthusiast.
Did you know that there are train groupies?
I know the people that are really into trains and that go watch them. I have a buddy
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah, no, I have a buddy that does that.
Monitor them, take pictures
Has he said
of them.
Why?
He had, I think his grandfather worked for Southern Pacific Railroad, and he used to take him out on trains when he was really young, and he just has had a fascination with them. He collects, the little Lionel trains that you put in your house.
All right, I get being a collector, but what's the magic of going out and having your picture taken with a train or marking down what time it came into Dallas or what time it got into Fort Worth?
I could not tell you, but I know he goes out, and I'll talk to him, and, what are you doing? Oh, I'm out train spotting.
That's what they call it. Yeah, train and plane spotting.
Okay. Well, whatever, dude.
You know exactly where it's going to be. It's on a track.
Yeah. I don't share in the fascination, but I know someone who does, very much so.
You also sit at home and watch knife shows for 6 hours.
That's completely different.
Not really.
No, it really is. There you have a tangible good. Just think a knife with which you can cut and whittle.
How many do you own now?
Well, let's see. I bought
Just give me the number.
162 for I think it's $137, which, brings the price point at a little bit under $1 a knife.
Is this a recent purchase or is that your total?
Well, that's my total for now, though. I have my eye on some nice jig bone deer skinners.
All right. Should we expect those for Christmas again? Because I'm getting sick of your knife gifts.
Well, how can you be getting sick of knives? I mean, there's so many uses.
Really, when you have one, you're covered.
No, you're really not.
Yeah,
what if you're in a room where you don't have it? Then you got to go to the other room where it is and get it and come back in. If you have knives in every room of various descriptions, then you're covered because you can cut anything of any size. You don't have to go to another room and get your knife. And if you get bored with one particular knife, you can use other knives, some big, some small, some black, some yellow, some white, some red.
So your fear is you're going to have a deer coming through a window in a room where you got no knife.
That's not my fear because I have a jig bone deer skinner in every room. I'm ready. I've thought of that.
Dan, if they don't want theirs, I'll take their knives.
Excellent. Good man.
Love Odell. Legal experts are harshly criticizing a former judge and an ex-Texas prosecutor, saying their alleged sexual affair while handling cases together represents a black eye to the system. An apparent open secret 20 years ago in Collin County legal circles, the alleged affair became part of the public record again last week.
Bored. I love doing that.
Why?
That's just a feeling of power.
I should do it to TV. Just go, hey, Tracy Rowlett, bored.
I start shuffling papers.
Yeah.
That's my best story.
Roll the prompter. Russ is bored.
The Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives said Wednesday it's changing its ways after an audit showed that the agency was losing guns and laptops, often through carelessness.
That's bad.
According to a Justice Department audit released Wednesday, the Inspector General reported the ATF was unable to account for 76 weapons and 418 laptops over the last 5 years.
Should check Odell's show.
We got big special on laptop.
Will you get off him?
Who?
Odell. You know who. Leave him alone. He's trying to sell knives. He's making an honest living.
Damn. Of the 76 missing weapons, 35 were stolen from agents' homes, hotel rooms, or vehicles. Some of the others were left in public places or lost in shipping, or their losses were just still unexplained. 2 of the stolen guns have already been used to commit crimes. 2 things you might not know about John McCain and Sarah Palin. Number 1, Sarah Palin is such a fan of rock music, she named her son Trig Paxton Van Palin. You can probably guess
Say
why.
it again.
Trig Paxton Van Palin.
Okay.
Sweet.
That's close. Because obviously it sounds like Van Halen. And number 2, John McCain helped create the BlackBerry. At least that's what McCain's top economic advisor, a man named Douglas Holtz-Eakin, told reporters yesterday.
We're not going back to the Al Gore thing with the internet, are we?
No.
He was responding to a question about what McCain had done as chairman of the Senate Commerce Committee that might help him understand the financial crisis. In response, Douglas held up his BlackBerry and said, quote, "He did this. Telecommunications of the United States is a premier innovation in the past 15 years, comes right through the Commerce Committee, so you're looking at the miracle John McCain helped create, and that's what he did."
I'm missing the direct correlation. Trey? Thank you. Dan?
According to Cafe Press, the website that makes user-generated T-shirts, sales of McCain campaign merchandise rivals Barack Obama gear for the first time since the start of the election. And you might be able to guess why. Just a few hours after McCain announced Sarah Palin as his running mate, the store suddenly had 2,000 McCain-Palin products. This week, there are 323,000. A similar thing happened on eBay the day after McCain's announcement. The site went from listing 1 item for sale to 100. And the week after, Palin-related sales increased by 354%.
Oh, Jesus. Scared me.
She's a sales cougar.
It's not.
In the same period, listings for Democratic vice presidential candidate Joe Biden decreased by 11%.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to masturbate to him.
Well, that goes without saying.
Well, that's why you've got merchandise on one side that's moving a lot better than the other side.
I like how the stickers just say Obama 08 and the stickers for McCain say McCain, Palin. Same font, same size.
That's been a big injection into his campaign.
Biden on the back of my car. I'd put Obama on there if I was voting for him. If I'm not.
So McCain?
McCain, Palin for sure for me. Go team.
Cougar won.
Well, after the whole lipstick on a pig controversy, it's probably better, of course, if Barack Obama sticks to a script when he gives a speech. And now it seems like the campaign is taking that precaution just in case there are any more unscripted gaffes. A photo of Obama campaigning on Monday in Pueblo, Colorado, showed him using a teleprompter at a campaign rally in the middle of a rodeo ring.
You read this. You only read this. You read that. Don't look at the bowls. Read this.
Why is he in a rodeo ring?
They just go anywhere they can set up and bring a lot of people. Like the Mesquite Arena. If it was just Mesquite, they'd be in the Mesquite Rodeo Arena.
Looking for a place to stand out. Break here? Okay.
We'll be back to the Russ Martin Show. The most addictive show on the radio. The Russ Martin Show. We're back to the Russ Martin Show.
She's been there. I saw her on Fox News today. When I was in the studio, when I came in early. And I just put one of the TVs on pause and watched it for 45 minutes.
Never seen her. She an anchor?
I don't know what she does.
Okay.
Says here. She's talking about something.
Well, that's what they do. What was she talking about?
I don't know.
Is that hot?
Yeah. Courtney, is it Friel?
Yeah, Friel. Friel.
I've never seen her before.
I'd never heard of her until you just mentioned her. According to her wiki page, she's born in 1980, just a little bit younger than me. Entertainment reporter.
Has anybody else seen her?
No.
For Fox News.
Reporter. Okay. No, I haven't seen her at all.
Keep reading, Dan.
Let's see. Friel was chosen to appear in Channel 1 News student-produced week in Los Angeles.
There she is, John.
Some sort
my
of
monitor.
High school thing. Yeah. She went on to earn a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science.
Can you see that?
From San Diego State, while completing many internships with MTV News and several others.
Jump to the end, because that's where the bad news always is.
It doesn't really say. It
enjoys
says
spending time community work with her church and her family and not screwing around.
It just says something about a husband.
Whore.
What? She's a whore because she has a husband?
Yes.
Why?
You're on TV for a reason, so we can live out a fantasy. Don't tell me you got a husband.
She's happily married. Doesn't want to.
You don't know that.
Most likely. He's going to keep her happy.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. Some people stay happy and just get married, and like this lady's married. Probably have a bunch of kids.
No. Let's see. Music hosting Lowe's Theaters, Comcast. Now I'm back on the East Coast working for Fox News Channel in New York City, living with my husband. Whore. He's a CBS News reporter, Carter Evans.
That's probably where they met.
All right. And my fat cat, Tucker.
What's the for?
I'd give $1,000 to be a feline right now.
A fat one?
Yeah. Here's a picture of her in a bikini. See there?
Is this her official website?
I don't know what it is, but I'm beating off to it later.
Oh, God, yeah.
Looks like she's got a lot of bikini shots.
Were those videos?
I don't care. Still pictures enough to fix me up. All right, Dan, finish up news.
Oh, what a tool.
What?
Her husband.
Why?
Let me see. Is it a picture?
Well, yeah, he's got like a rotating image thing on his homepage.
Oh, he's a buffoon. Man obviously couldn't get a hard on.
He got her.
That's an accident.
It's not an accident. He married her.
Yeah, he'd probably give her the cat.
So she married him. Can't afford a ring? Here's a cat.
Shove this on your finger.
An engagement cat?
Like it was out of CZ, so I got you, pussy cat. And this is real. Like the CZ I was going to get you. Shove it on the end of your finger. See how it fits. Luckily, we don't got to get that one resized. All right, what else you got for the news, Dan? Oh, my God. One of them self-fitting cats.
One size fits all cat.
Yeah.
It's like a slap cat.
All right.
I don't know what that is, but
like
go
the
ahead.
slap bracelets.
Yeah, okay. You already got me early this week with Gumby.
Yeah. A 40-year-old Florida man walking his dog in the nude was tasered by police when he... Well, yeah.
That's just sad on so many levels.
That's a one-sentence story. What were you going on?
Well, actually, I could change this.
Right now, just read it again.
All right. A 40-year-old Florida man walking his engagement cat in
now,
the nude.
Read it.
A 40-year-old Florida man was walking his dog in the nude, was tasered by police.
Why was he out running around?
David McCrane of Tallahassee Police Department said an officer on patrol spotted the man last Friday. The man was asked what he was doing and told the officer, Allah told me to watch a Bruce Willis movie and walk the dog.
Right. I was thinking maybe he had an Ambien trip, but no, Allah and Bruce Willis, no.
The officer told the Tallahassee Democrat he was obviously having some sort of emotional distress. It was unfortunate we had to use the taser, but it was the only way we could subdue him without having to hurt him.
Where'd they peg him?
What do you think?
God told me to come out and walk my dog and air out my Peter. What's your issue?
Stand back. Stand down, cop.
God. All right. You not see my Peter?
Well, I see it, yeah. Would you put it away? Because we're going to have to tase you if you don't.
I don't got no clothes. I can hide it in this dog. Trey, what was the audio of the, what was it, black kids running around with their pants down?
Yeah.
Do you have that in your file?
No, I didn't.
Does anyone have it?
I can go get you the link real fast. The audio is not very good, and that was a problem. It just shows this cop. I mean, it's one of those things you want.
Well, don't tell me about it if we don't have the audio.
Okay.
But I do have some emails and things.
All right, tell me about it.
All right. Russ, I don't understand.
I'm not talking to you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Basically, this cop, I mean, he's talking to the kid, and he's just going, those kids are showing their
All right, I was lying. Go ahead, John.
Don't understand why you hate Nancy Grace so much.
I don't know what it is about every day is me spinning plates on different sticks, and Trey's always got to be the plate to hit the ground.
Well, you throw him a curve, and that's not good. Do the straight ball.
Well, he was telling me about the audio earlier. I thought he had it.
Oh. You ain't got it, so you want to tell him about it?
There was just... It's a video story, and the audio just does you no good. I mean, that just is the honest-to-God truth.
All right. Well, then give me the story.
Well,
John.
I don't understand why you hate Nancy Grace so much. I happen to enjoy her show. She's very good.
Is this
at
from
what
a chick?
She does, yes.
Then you can stop reading. That's got to be the only demo that she's got to appeal to, are just pissed off chicks about something.
There's times, because she comes on shortly after 7, I have to turn the TV off in there because I can't even stand to see her face.
And almost all the cases she goes after, she's got valid points, and there's a lot of really good evidence, but just because she wants them fried, I want them to run free, just on the outside chance that they'll get her. Have you ever watched her, Everett?
Yes. Can't stand her.
I don't know if it's the southern drawl, because we all sort of have that, but hers is just grinding.
Much more irritating.
Well, and she's just looking for people that she can rail on. It's not like she wants to have anything to do with the innocent. She just wants to find people that
Maybe that's what it is. There's no positive aspect to the show.
No.
It's right now she's on the Casey, is that right?
Yes.
Casey Anthony trial.
Right.
Granted, bitch probably did it, but just because Nancy Grace is all over it, I want them to let her go.
Well, and have you ever heard her talk about anybody that she thinks is innocent?
No.
Never.
Didn't she get somebody on her show one time and literally either caused them to...
They went and committed suicide later. Now, that's still a pending lawsuit,
yeah,
right?
she's being sued for that.
I just hate the way, if someone comes on that's on her side, she's very nice, very agreeable, but if you have a contrary opinion, she is so condescending.
Even if you're an expert and you probably know what you're talking about. So what you're telling me? Yeah, bitch, I just said
That's what I'm telling you.
I'm an expert, and that's why you had me on. If you don't want to know the truth, then book me on Fox. Wow. And sometimes I'll sit in the studio after the show. In fact, she's probably on right now.
Yes.
I'll watch it just to be irritated.
Why does that make you happy to be irritated?
Have you not?
Oh, I've seen her. I can't get in there to turn the TV off fast enough. Because she's on the TV that I keep in my office when we get off. And I can't get it off quick enough. I don't want to hear a word she has to say. I don't care what... sometimes she's on in the gym when I even go to work out.
Well, and the whole reason she became a lawyer to begin with is because her fiancé was murdered, and so she went to law school to try to right the wrongs.
No, that was suicide. And I'm sure he made it look like it was murder.
Yeah, just so she wouldn't be pissed off at his corpse.
Anything else before we go down?
A double murderer scheduled to be executed next month in Ohio said Tuesday he has not deliberately gained weight to rule out his death by lethal injection. Instead, Richard Cooey said in a death row interview that his execution cannot be carried out humanely under current state procedures because his veins are too hard to reach. Cooey, 5'7" and 200.
Then cut him open.
You just pull one out.
Why not?
It's not going to hurt anything. At this point, you're dying anyway. He goes, oh, shoot me in the head with a 45. No. It's too quick.
But everyone else thinks that he gained weight specifically for the purpose that they couldn't do lethal injection.
That's what some people are saying. He's blaming his weight gain, which is around 70 pounds, he says, while being locked up. He's blaming it on medication and a lack of exercise. But he's also got the bad veins, is what he's saying. Has nothing to do with him.
There's got to be a vein someplace else other than his arm that you can get a handle on.
I don't care if you just gained 70 pounds in a week. You're going to have a good vein in your foot.
Well, that's the irony of cruel and unusual punishment because, we need to do this. We need to kill you humanely.
Well, we have to put the needle in your arm as opposed to anywhere else. There are plenty of veins.
Why does it have to be that particular area for the injection?
Well, most states have a very specific methodology that they authorize, and any digression from that is not allowed under law.
So no feet?
No, I don't think so. I mean,
what about his pee hole?
I don't think that's authorized by statute.
Sad.
I have two quick headlines to get them out of the way real quick. Lindsay Lohan punched a paparazzi photographer in her face. That was yesterday. Today, Obama camp refuses Lindsay Lohan's help. No story needed.
You want to hear the last two voicemails of me calling Trey during his funeral service?
Yes, please.
All right. Then we'll go. You ready, Dan?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Saturday. He's at the funeral.
And I still don't get, after the first time, why you picked the phone up. I got the first one.
Like I said, the first couple of times, I really didn't look at the caller ID. Then third time...
I'll play the first two, just the first part of them.
Just the flavor.
What are you doing?
I'm at a funeral.
How's it going? All right, after that, why would you pick up the phone again?
I wouldn't to you the rest of the day.
But he did. What are you doing?
Thank God, I'm doing other stuff. I'm at a funeral.
Hey, go poke the body, see if it's dead. Third time.
Okay. And these are 5-7 minutes apart?
Yeah, about. What are you doing?
Funeral. Why the are you calling me?
Hey, go pull up one of their eyelids and see if they're looking at you.
You're a ass.
All right, on the last one.
Learning impaired?
No, I need to ask you something.
What?
What are you doing?
You f***ing ass. What the is your problem, man? I'm at a funeral. This is some family. God.
Go,
retard.
Go stick your head in the casket, lean in, and then go, what?
Are you...
Go ahead, Dan.
For more information on The Russ Martin Show, including pictures, videos, and so much more, go to russmartin.com. To answer any questions you may have about the show, go to russmartin.info. To email the show and during the show only, send that to studio@russmartin.com. Other show websites, johndavidryan.com, danO'Malley.com, djclo.net, treytrenholm.com, and for Chuck the Band Manager, chuckwheat.com. To reach Ever Newton, the rock and roll attorney, call his office, 214-823-LAWS, or his website, dallasattorney.com.
What? No, casket doesn't make you look fat.
The official liquor store of the show is Majestic Fine Wine and Spirits. Their website, majesticliquors.com. Russ gets his guitars and band equipment from the Guitar Center. Their website, guitarcenter.com. The official airline of the show is Southwest Airlines. Their website, southwest.com. And the official site for Live 105.3 is live1053.com.
No more.
All right. See you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
You can now listen to The Russ Martin Show anytime you want on the web at russmartin.info.
Russ Martin Show.